It's the Wickersham Leader Show with today's episode, updated what report? Hello everybody, welcome back. It's good to see everybody happy and willing to see more adventures of Phoenix Wright and his flippin' kangaroo court. Total mess. Just how does society function with a court system like this? I don't even understand any of it myself. But last time we managed to prove the innocence of a few different people as well. Well, actually, we only got 2 people. Not a few. Not yet. We're working on that third one. We're in the middle of that case, and hopefully we'll be getting to the fun part of going to court soon. Yes, I said that's the fun part. I mean, that's where, like, the cool and funny stuff happens. And also, this time, I made sure I got some water. Now this time my throat won't feel so bad. But without further ado, let's just get right into it. Whoop, because No, that's Smash. Sorry. Ace Attorney. That's where we're going. We're going to Ace Attorney, not Smash. Not making that mistake again. Okie doke. I will press the A. Why does it prompt me to press the A button? Now, let's see. What were we doing last? Oh, we're in court. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statements, please. The prosecution will show the court that at 2:30 p.m. on October 15th, the defendant, Mr. Will Powers, killed fellow actor Jack Hammer in Studio 1 of Global Studios. It is impossible for anyone else to have committed this heinous crime. The evidence presented during the trial will all point to this fact. I see. Very well. I would like to move on to some testimony. Mr. Edgeworth, the prosecution may call its first witness. Very well. I call a familiar face, Detective Gumshoe, to the stand. Hello, Gumshoe. Detective, if you would briefly describe this case to the court. Yes, sir. I'll explain with the guide map here. To understand this case, it's important to grasp the layout of the studio, see? This here is the employee area. The actors did a run-through of their action scenes during the morning here. This is the main gate to the studios. The security lady that works at the studios was here at 1 p.m. that day. Past the security station, there's a gate, see? Past that are the studios. And here it is, Studio 1. This is the scene of the murder, where the body was found. Now, on the day of the murder, October 15th, there were only 3 people here. The victim, Jack Hammer, the defendant, Will Powers, and a young woman, the production assistant. All the production staff were in the employee area until noon. Then after lunch, the victim, Jack Hammer, went into Studio 1. Right after that, at 1 p.m., the security lady got to the guard station. Now jump ahead to later that day, 5 p.m. The production staff came into Studio 1 to perform a rehearsal. Needless to say, the rehearsal was canceled. The time of death was 2:30 p.m. The samurai spear found lodged in the victim's chest was the murder weapon. How do they know the time of death? That's the case, in brief. Anyone like to hear that again? Should I listen to that whole thing again? Nah, I got it. I think I can probably remember that. So the murder weapon was a spear? How medieval. Your Honor, this case is quite simple if you ask one question. And that question is, what did the security lady at the guard station see? Understood. Let's call the security officer to the stand. Will the witness declare her name? My, aren't you a handsome fellow? I'm afraid I'm a bit flustered. Your name, please. I believe I learned about a method that involves the temperature of the body. What? What are you talking about? Oh, dearie, no need for you to be embarrassed. Just call me Grandma. Your name, please. Seems Edgeworth has a bit of trouble getting his witnesses to say their names. Wendy Oldbag, dearie. So just call me Grandma. See, when I was young, I was just an old bag. Still how the other children make fun of me. Can you believe it? But there was this boy, the chesty, and he called me an old bag. Objection! I object to the witness's talkativeness.
Objection sustained. The witness will refrain from rambling on the stand.
I was just getting to the good part, dearie. Perhaps we can get to the testimony?
Now, the witness was stationed at the main gate the day of the murder, correct?
Yes, say I was.
And to get to the scene of the murder, someone would have had to pass by you.
You know your stuff, dearie.
You may begin your testimony.
Oh, where you were trying to figure out the time of death. Alright, I was trying to remember figuring out what you were referring to. Autopsies where the time of death is unclear do some kind of general guess based on the temperature of the body. I see. There's one heck of an old bag. Alright, testimony. On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Poor old Hammer and the rest had been doing a run through there since the morning. Well, I had some errands to run that morning. Anyway, it was 1 p.m. when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5 o'clock. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? Interesting to me because a certain man walked by me at 2 p.m. It was Powers, that man right there, and he was heading towards the studio.
You saw the defendant then? Very well. Let's begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright.
Yes, Your Honor. First things first, I'm gonna press those errands.
What kind of errands?
Oh, well, you know.
Answer the question.
Actually, I was watching poor Hammer and Powers. Observing, you know. Observing? Weren't you supposed to be at the guard station? Whippersnapper, I told you I locked the gate, didn't I? I did my job.
Not sure your boss would see it that way.
Anyway, I always watch Hammer's run through. Always. Never missed one in all my years. I want to see a Steel Samurai run through too.
You could quit being a spirit medium and take up guard duty.
Not a bad idea. Anyway, it was 1 o'clock when I got to the guard station. I was at the main gate from then until 5 o'clock. Now, the murder happened at 2:30 p.m., right? A certain man walked right by me at 2 p.m. Let me get this straight, old bag. Ms. Old Bag. You've been saying since yesterday that you saw Mr. Powers, correct? But you're talking about the man in this photo, aren't you?
Just a moment, Mr. Wright. Let me see that photo. What is this exactly?
None other than the Steel Samurai, defender of Neo Old Tokyo.
Mr. Oldbag, is this the Mr. Powers that you saw?
Of course! Didn't your mama teach you any sense, Sonny? Anyone can plainly see that's Powers, right?
No, they can't!
Oh my gosh, Edgeworth actually got caught into a corner.
Well, I mean, I wonder... True, Mr. Powers does play the role of the Steel Samurai.
But that doesn't mean Mr. Powers is the Steel Samurai. I know that! I wasn't born yesterday.
No one in this court is accusing you of that, Miss, Witness.
He's having trouble calling her old bag, apparently.
However, you do not have proof that the person in this photo is Mr. Will Powers, do you?
Humph, nosy old man. Of course I have proof. What? Huh? Even Edgeworth is surprised.
The prosecution would like to ask the witness, please make known of the information in your possession ahead of time.
How was I to know everyone would be so nosy? You should be ashamed, all of you. Anyway, I showed that photo to the young detective. He told me,
this isn't any good as evidence, pal.
He didn't even give it a second look.
Oh, old Windbag has left even Edgeworth speechless. She's good. Let's hear about your proof, then.
I can't believe it. Even she totally flubbed it. Hold on, let me read about this. The stiffening process, called rigor mortis, is a roughly known time of occurrence and can be used to estimate the time of death. The body feels warm and no rigor is present. Death occurred under 3 hours. The body feels warm and stiff. Death occurred 3 to 8 hours earlier. Interesting. I never say anything I don't mean, mind you. That morning, during the run through the action scene, I saw Powers trip and fall. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. Now look at this picture. You can see he's dragging his leg, see? Clear as day. That's how I knew it was Powers. Happy?
So he sprained his ankle. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
She's got to be hiding something. I'll press her until she squeals.
Trip and fall? Yes, and to think he's supposed to be the Steel Samurai. What a laugh. So Power sprained his ankle. I helped make it better for him, of course. You helped make it better? I kissed it where it hurt. Let's just skip over that part, shall we? Where was the assistant then? Oh, her? She was cleaning up backdrops, I think. She didn't know about Powers' ankle. You making... It was Riggy. No, it's not Riggy Marole. Keep him out of this. We're not doing Toontown Rompa yet. You may continue your testimony. He broke one of the props. It was a big mess. Which prop? He broke a prop? Sure did. His own samurai spear. His samurai spear? The murder weapon? Luckily, I was there with my duct tape to fix it. This strikes me as a significant detail. Better write this down on the court record. Apparently, he sprained his ankle pretty bad. I think we've heard enough. Haven't we, Your Honor? Well, there's one thing that bothers me. Which is, where is the Steel Samurai costume now? Actually, well, we couldn't find it. We're looking, though. Anyway, that's not important. The witness did see the Steel Samurai, yes. And it is clear that the person in the Steel Samurai suit was Mr. Will Powers. I suppose that's right. Are you sure you're sure, Your Honor? I object. Hold it right there. We keep talking possibilities, but we have to agree that this photo shows the Steel Samurai. Nowhere in this photo can we see Mr. Will Powers. The defense has a point. I also wonder if someone else not caught on camera could have killed Mr. Hammer. We have to consider that possibility also. Then allow me to remove that doubt from your mind, Your Honor. Will the witness continue her testimony, please? No need to ask twice. Uh-oh. Time of poor Hammer's death was 2:30 p.m., true? The only person I saw go to the studio before then was Will Powers. No one else went there. If they had, I would have seen them. So if no one else went into the studio, then it would have to be the Steel Samurai who did it. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Are you absolutely sure? Oh, quite, Sonny. Nobody's suspicious looking passed by at all. Nobody's suspicious looking, right. Are you sure? The witness has answered the question. Anyone going into the studio had to pass by the witness. That's right, Sonny. You let him have it, edgy boy. Edgy boy? Old Windbag sure has balls. Or, well, you know what I mean. Old Windbags have a way of skipping over important details after all. Or, for that matter, entirely forgetting them. How convenient. Something for you to look forward to, perhaps? Let's see. Hold on. He's so creeped out. Yeah, he would be. Let's see, hold on. There might be something I can do in here. Hold on. Look at this photograph one more time. This photo was taken by the camera at the gate for the studios, correct? Yes, sirree, Sonny. So wherever it passes by here, it automatically takes a picture. And here I thought you didn't know your head from a hole in the ground. Right. Anyway, it's also true that the computer in the guard station records all security cam data. Oh, you know, if you wanted to work at the studio, we might have an opening. That very computer printed out this photo. Note that on the back of the photo, they printed the words, October 15th, 2 p.m., photo number 2. Even I know that it means it was taken at 2 p.m. on October the 15th. Really, Sonny? Actually, I know that too. The issue here is the bit where it says photo number 2. Photo number 2? The computer only held data for one photo on that day. Don't you think that's odd? Shouldn't this photo be photo number 1 if it really is the only photo? Order! Order! Please tell the court what you mean by this, Mr. Wright. Actually, that's what I want to ask the witness. This evidence showed that not one, but 2 people went to the studio that day. Yet there's only it is only data for one of the photos. Who could have erased the data for the other photo? Only someone with access, the security lady herself. You watch your mouth, whippersnapper. The only person I saw that day was Will Powers. But the camera on the gate fired twice. That means 2 people went by. Well, yes, that's what it would seem to mean. Can the witness explain this to the court? I don't understand these newfangled computer things. Edgy boy, help. Believe me, I want to, but I don't know what that means either. Some help you are. You're a whippersnapper, too. Whippersnapper? Something the matter, Miss Oldbag? Ah, that's right. I just remembered something. Let me guess. Someone else passed by the gate. Someone other than the Steel Samurai? Well, yes, I suppose you could put it that way. They also said that since they know what time the Steel Samurai was caught walking that way, it's a good estimate that's close to when the murder occurred that was probably more obvious. Oh, that makes sense. Also, hello there, Caboodle and Tax. Sorry I didn't see you guys right away. Ace Attorney is going swimmingly. I'm winning again. I see. Your testimony, please. Alright, let's see what this other person is. Every day after I finish my guard duties, I have one other important job to do. I go through the photos recorded on the security computer and check them. I throw out any photos that aren't suspicious looking, you see. Come to think of it now, I remember throwing out one photo that day. Miss Oldbag, this is the first I've heard of this. She's doing a really bad job for Edgeworth. She's like ruining his own case. Right. Anyway, Mr. Wright, please begin the cross-examination. Well, I'd say this is a term for the expected, but I kind of expected this. Hold on. I don't know what the crime is, but I'm sure Maya's responsible. Well, who in the heck was in that photo you erased? A fanboy. Fanboy? Steel Samurai fanboys, real freaks, if you ask me. They get information about the hearses from gosh knows where. They're always hanging about. One was there that day. Wait a second. Didn't you just say no one else could get in? I locked the main gate so no one could get in. Those were your words. Well, if you must know, there's a drain that goes into the employee area. The grate has been loose for a while. It leads outside and, well, that's where they come in. They come in through the drain. I told you they were freaks. Oh, and they're kids. Children. Whippersnappers. Kids? So on the photo that you erased, it was a boy, probably 2nd or 3rd grade. What? Order. Let me get this straight. You saw 2 people pass by the gate on their way to the studios that day. One was the Steel Samurai dragging his leg. The other was a boy who looked to be in about 2nd or 3rd grade. Oh yes, well, we see his type there every day. Can't stop him, can't catch him. A boy in 2nd or 3rd grade. I assume it would be hard, if not impossible, for a young boy to wield the samurai spear. Impossible, I'd think. It's quite heavy. Right. As I said, I don't pay him much mind. That's why I erased the data. Nick, what's going on? I mean, the boy was there. That makes him a suspect. Yeah, and they're already trying to unsuspect him. The court will now take a 5-minute recess. I want the defense and the prosecution to consider this new information. And no forgetting vital information this time. Yeah. She is ruining her own case, but I also don't know how this isn't suspicious. Mr. Powers? Yes? Tell me straight. Were you really in your dressing room? You didn't go to the studio?
I didn't go to the studio. I was sleeping, honest.
So who was the Steel Samurai in that security photo?
How should I know? The Steel Samurai costume was off in the corner of the dressing room. Anyone could have walked in and taken it, really.
What? You should take better care of that stuff.
Well, I couldn't imagine anyone would want to steal a Steel Samurai costume. So, where does this leave me?
It doesn't look good. You're the only likely suspect right now.
Nick, what are we gonna do?
First, we play for more time. We'll start targeting someone else that could have conceivably have done this.
Right, and it'll take them so long to shoot us down that we can get another day.
Right, but if we pick the wrong person, we might lose on the spot.
You don't sound very optimistic.
I'm not optimistic at all, actually.
Hey, Nick.
It's time. Okay, let's go.
What does that mean? Please don't sigh like that.
Ms. Oldbag should not be in court. Hey, she's a witness. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. Mr. Edgeworth, will you present the prosecution's thoughts on this matter? The prosecution's thoughts are simple. Nothing has changed. The other person who went from the studio was a boy of roughly 10 years. The photo we do have may not be hard evidence, but there is still no one else that could have committed this crime. I call for a verdict of guilty for the defendant of Mr. Will Powers. Very well. Mr. Wright, your thoughts? The defense disagrees with the prosecution's claim. There is another person who could have committed this crime.
Order.
Interesting. Let us hear who you have in mind. However, be aware that this court does not look kindly on accusing the innocent. If you accuse someone who is obviously innocent, you will be penalized. Right, great, as if the stakes weren't high enough. So who is this person other than Mr. Powers that could have committed the murder? Well, not the security lady. It was the security lady, Wendy Oldbag. Who? The Steel Samurai is dragging his leg in the picture. That means whoever was in the suit knew about that morning's injury. Maybe because they had been watching the action scene run through. There was only one person other than Powers and Hammer who knew about the injury. The security lady, Oldbag. What? Whippersnapper.
Order. Is this true, Oldbag?
Oldbag? That's Ms. Oldbag to you. Miss Oldbag was standing guard alone at the main gate. She was by herself. In no other words, she has no alibi. She could have briefly left her post to steal the Steel Samurai costume, then slipped into Studio 1, the scene of the murder. Why would she go through the trouble of wearing the Steel Samurai costume? Simple, Your Honor. She knew the camera at the gate would take her picture. If she was in his costume, she could point the finger at Mr. Powers. I see. Excellent deductive reasoning, Mr. Wright. Oh yeah, right here. Sherlock Holmes the second, baby. That's odd. Isn't this the part where Edgeworth pounces? Doesn't he usually jump up with an objection to some new evidence? Well, Mr. Edgeworth, does the prosecution have an opinion on this matter? The prosecution has no meaningful objections at this time. Ugh! What's that supposed to mean? Oh, so you all think I did it, is that it? Edgy boy, don't just sit there, do something! What's my move? Maybe my chance to move the whole way? Guess this kind of does make it look like she's the killer. Funny, I feel bad for her all of a sudden. It's true that the witness could conceivably have committed this crime. We must not forget that the victim was an action hero. As formidable as her personality may be, I doubt she'd be strong enough. Uh-oh. She removes her from consideration. That means Powers is it. Sorry, Windbag, but I don't have a choice. The very same reasoning that makes Mr. Powers a subject in this case can be used to cast doubt on Ms. Oldbag's actions on that day. But why would I do something so horrible to poor Hammer? You forget that Mr. Powers lacks a clear motive, too. Indeed. That did it. Now Windbag is one of the suspects. No hard feelings, I hope. Wait just a minute! What about the other person who went into the studio? The boy! The one whose photo I erased! He's only a grade schooler, though. As you said, 2nd or 3rd grade, was it? That doesn't matter! When I was that age, I could pin my old man in 10 seconds, tops! Your thoughts, Mr. Wright? That boy is not the killer. What? How can you be so sure? Oh, or is it to be nice to the kids and mean to your eldest day? Whippersnapper. I have proof. Proof? Indeed. Then let's see this proof, Mr. Wright. You have proof that shows that the boy could not have committed this murder. Your Honor, the murder weapon was the samurai spear. That very spear is shown here in this photo. How could the boy have taken the spear? It's impossible. I see. Well, would the witness care to comment on this? The windbag. Speechless. This has got to be a first. Very well. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Mr. Edgeworth, please find out more about your witness, Ms. Windy... What was her name? Something old bag, Your Honor. Then the prosecution will look further into this old bag before we continue. That is all. This court is adjourned. Oh, we did it. Oh, yeah. We got it. Wait a second. Oh, for Pete's sake. I'm not just gonna sit here while you run barking up the wrong tree. Me. I'm talking. Oh, great. Stop the presses. The windbag wants to talk. No, he called that court was adjourned. That is a legal figure. You're doing this. You're in contempt of court. Ms. Oldbag, what's all this about? What was this case about? An actor got murdered on set, and the main suspect seems to be his fellow actor. Have you omitted something from your testimony? Actually, if you must know, there was something I was told not to talk about. Not to talk about? By whom? Huh. You mean it wasn't Edgeworth who told her not to talk? Well, testify. No, it's over. Court's adjourned. How many times are they going to do this? Global Studios wanted me to keep quiet about something. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. They said they had nothing to do with it, see? So they told me to just pretend they hadn't been at the studios that day. But if you're going to go accusing me, I'm not letting them get away scot-free. Ms. Oldbag, this is crucial information. Why did you keep this from the court until now? Ain't you been listening? They told me to shut my trap, and I always do what I'm told. No, this isn't a bad dream, Your Honor. Witness the power of the old bag. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination? I feel like that's a thing you should not agree with. Yeah. I mean, this whole thing is just going bad. She's ruining Edgeworth's case for him. So you were told not to talk. That's right, by the studio and the TV bigwigs, no less. Why didn't I hear about this? Don't be so hard on yourself, Sonny. We were all on it. There were some other people at the studios on the day of the murder. Who were these people? Well, the director said, and the producer, for starters. The director? We should have known something was fishy. How could they have done a run-through of their action scene without a director? Of course. Yes, well, I was surprised no one talked about it. So where were these people? She just lied under oath. I mean, it doesn't matter. None of this matters. It don't matter. None of this matters. The director was in the employee area all morning for the run-through. He joined the producer around lunchtime, and they had a meeting after that. Where? Oh, in the Studio 2 trailer. Studio 2? There was a Studio 2? Well, if you look at the guide map, here it is. You go through the gate and all the way to the left. The path where the monkey's head was fallen over. Well, Mr. Wright, would you like to continue the cross-examination? I'll take a break. Your Honor, we have learned there were others at the Global Studios on the day of the question. On the day in question, the director and the producer and, some bigwigs were all present. Yet, as we stand here, they have not been questioned. I hold that it is impossible to declare a verdict on the defendant, Mr. Powers. The court acknowledges the defense's point. The prosecution will gather more information about the witness, Ms. Oldbag, and more information about these other people we've just been told of. I understand, Your Honor. This ends the day's proceedings of the trial of Mr. Will Powers. That is all. This court is adjourned. Oh my gosh, Edgeworth is having such a bad time. She's ruining his case. Oh, thank you so much, Mr. Wright. I was right to ask you to defend me. Oh, really? It's nothing. Or should I... We'll be going down to the studios to do some more investigating. We have to find out more about this director and producer. They'll be turning up at the next trial as witnesses for certain. So now's my chance to get material for the cross-examination. So, Nick, have you figured out just who it was in that steel samurai costume? Could it really have been old Windbag? What do you think, Mr. Powers? I don't think it was her, really. Neither do I, Nick. Yeah, I know. Look, I was just buying time back there. Someone had to be the bad guy for a bit to take pressure off of Powers. Poor old Windbag. I kind of feel sorry for her. Well, she wasn't winning any points in there, with or without my accusation. Okay, let's get down to the studios.
Right. We'll be back to visit you soon. Is it adjourned? I mean, you make a good point. Apparently, you can just keep going after they said adjourned. I mean, that's gotta be contempt of court, right? That's gotta be, like, this is a flippin' kangaroo court. Nobody is making any sense. Nobody's listening to the judge. You know, I trust... Oh my gosh. I trust, I forgot the name. What was his name? Oh my gosh, I can't remember his name. I trust Lionel Hutz more than some of these witnesses. The judge runs to you in the street. Only gets wider as more disrespectful as the series goes on. Jeez. I mean, she lied under oath. That's got to be for something. Mr. Phoenix, I got a text saying you're a scumbag. What does the defense say? You think he got a chance? I guess that really depends on the people who we found out about in today's trial. The director and producer? Yeah, them. Well, what are we doing here then? Let's get to the studios. Oh, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to go home and play with jingling keys while wondering how I got this job. Where's the jury? Is there no jury? Right now that they have Ms. Oldbag in custody, I guess they don't have anyone else to replace her. Hey, in the guard station, look, she left her donuts. What? I wasn't gonna eat them. Computer that runs the computers, huh? Looks like this been turned off for the day. An overhead map of the studios. Well, looks like we should move to Studio 2. Hey, Nick. Looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here today. You're right. He's probably up to his neck in paperwork after the commotion at today's trial. So, Nick, remember that Studio 2 we heard about at the trial today? It was down that path with the fallen tree, right? Yeah, I think that's what they said. Maybe the director and the rest of them are here today. Now's our chance. Let's check it out. This is Studio 2? I thought so. Doesn't really look much like a studio, does it? No, that it does not. Hey, there's a trailer over here. Looks pretty sturdy for a movie set trailer. Are we sure this is a studio? Nick, let's go inside. You think it's okay? Oh well, it's locked. Aw, shucks. Closer expression, the trailer looks like it's been here for a while. I don't think this is part of some temporary film set. Materials for making a movie set. They've been sitting here for quite some time. This might as well be a junkyard. Nobody cares about the judge. Well, the judge is just doing his job as far as I'm concerned. There's some flowers here. Wow, so pretty. They're taking good care of these. Don't get too close. That fence looks dangerous. I think the thing that I have to question is, why was the spear, the prop spear, sharp enough to kill someone? Looks like 2 people ate here. There's nothing left on the plates. Hey, so they ate T-bone steaks too. What is it with steaks around here? Hey, there's always room for steak, but something does seem out of place. What? I don't know. It just feels odd. An incinerator. Apparently they just put this one in. It's already covered in soot. They must not clean it much. They burned the costume! A light van for keeping equipment. They've already kept it in pretty good shape. Looks like it'd run fine. Well, let's go for a drive. Sure, if I had a license. Nick, you don't have a driver's license? But look, I have this. Why are you showing me your attorney's badge? Yeah, that fence is bent very strangely, but like you examine it and there's nothing off about it. He just says it's dangerous. Looks like I've seen everything I can see. So let's get out of here and head back to Studio 1. I don't really want to be in here. Yeah, it is a murder scene. I want to go someplace else. She actually fell on the fence and died, and they burned the costume. Don't you think there'd be blood on the fence? Can't you check the fence? No, you can check the flowers, and he says the fence looks dangerous.
Look, it's that assistant girl. Hey! Hi, WP's lawyers, right? I heard about the trial. Great job, guys. Oh? Don't mention it. Is it true that they caught the security lady? Oh. Actually, she just called me. She told me to cover up that drain. You mean that one? Wow, what a mess. No, I'm not so good with handiwork. Some assistant, right? Yeah, but you do work on the props and the backdrops, right? Right. Just lots of times they end up looking worse than they did before I fixed them. Oh, well, I'm sure these things happen. Nothing to worry yourself about. You're right. I won't. Personally, I think she'd worry at least a little bit more. If you'll excuse me, I have to go to the guard station. I'm supposed to fill in for Ms. Oldbag. Right. See you later, then. You're scrolling down your old streams and all you see is old boy video games. Well, what's wrong with old boy video games? Aren't you? I love video games, don't you? There's a half-finished backdrop for a stage here. Looks like a castle. You guys not have money for someone who could just screw it back on? I don't think it's held in with the screw or anything. Great use of cover the game. It's a little bent. I don't think it would fit if I tried to put it back on. So the fanboy they were talking about in the trial today, he came in through that drain? So it seems. I guess they covered it up in a hurry. Hey, Nick, if that drain's covered, the boy won't be able to get in. Yeah, I think that was the idea. I feel kind of sorry for him, though, don't you? What, you want to rip the grate off? Really, Nick? We can? Whoa, she's serious? Well, I guess some things are just made to be broken. Yay! You know, Nick, you're pretty swell sometimes. Sometimes. Yeah! There, that should make the kids happy. Things we do. I feel like that's a bad idea, but the drain gate is off, and I know who did it. Now the kids will be able to come in again. Doesn't it make you feel great to do a good deed like that? Must be nice to live so free of guilt. She's evil. Looks like one of those electric-powered bicycles. I don't know about these. I mean, what's the point? Makes it a lot easier to go up hills. Don't people cycle to get exercise? I never heard of an electric bicycle before. Is that a thing? Be psychic, do crimes. But not the crimes that you go to jail for. It's called Miraidon. Oh, yeah? Alright, looks like we're good here. Let's move to the main gate. Oh, hello. Oh, you look a little out of place. It's these clothes, isn't it? I thought my camo vest might do the trick. Kind of an alternate guard fashion thing. So how are the studios doing? There's police wandering around everywhere. It's terrible. They won't even let me clean up. Don't want me disturbing evidence. I don't even clean up our lunch plates from the day of the murder. You mean those plates with the steak bones left over on them in the plate and the employee area? Yeah, can you believe it? Do kids sneak in here a lot? Well, I don't think there's that many of them, but I do see one in particular bunch. He's always gawking at the sets or snapping pictures. You should see old Windbag's eyes flash when he sees him. She has a bit of a trouble catching him, though. I heard something about the trial today. They said that the director and producer here were the day of the murder. Oh, sorry, I was in the prop storage room, so I didn't see them. I guess they were here, though. The studio head seemed pretty eager to keep us quiet. So they were trying to protect the director? More the producer, really. The producer's our real star here. She saved these studios from the brink of disaster and kept them running. I don't think we'd still be in business if it weren't for her. The producer, huh? The director, et al. Hey, et al. He's like the best scientist. Et al. Is on all the papers. Alright, well, looks like we gotta go to the detention center. Oh, Mr. Wright, thank you for earlier. Not at all. We got lucky, to tell the truth. You could say that. Let's not. So, WP, you have any leads that might get us going in the right direction? So sorry, but no. Be sure to tell us anything that comes to your mind, no matter how small. We can't rely on getting lucky again tomorrow. Yes. Do, fanboys sneak into the studios often? No, not that I know of. That security lady's pretty strict with them. But in today's testimony, didn't she say they were often hanging around? The kids really, really love the Steel Samurai. They sneak past when she's not looking, I guess. Was the director present at the morning run-through? Yes, he was. He was directing how the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate should move. Why didn't you tell us that before? Well, the studio asked us to keep quiet. That has nothing to do with this. I hate to repeat myself, but Nick here is a newbie, a lawyer, fresh off the bar. When he loses, he's going to lose big. I see. E-bikes were a thing. That's what it sounds like, but I've never heard of any of them. You aren't hiding anything else from us, are you? See you later, Caboodle. No, I hope not. Regarding the murder weapon, yes? Is it heavy, that spear? It's pretty hefty, yeah. I don't think the average person would be able to swing it around effectively. And that's the spear that broke or something during the morning run-through? Oh yes, I goofed on a round kick, you see. I broke the spear. The security lady fixed it for me right away, though. With duct tape, I heard. Lawyer's job is not easy, especially when the clients don't tell you anything. That's just true in general. Excuse me. Thank you for showing me that, whatever it is. I wish I could think of some way I could help you. So sorry. Regarding this photograph, yes? This really, truly, absolutely isn't you, right? Right. I was sleeping in my dressing room the whole time, honest. But who else could have worn it? Your costume was in your dressing room? Yes, I guess I snuck in and took it while I was asleep. But who? Oh, okay, never mind. Let's go back to the studio. I think we might be able to... Say, you work for the props, right? About that murder weapon. You mean the samurai spear? Yeah, it's a prop, but it's still pretty heavy. I haven't to carry that thing around. So you'd have to be pretty strong to use that as a weapon, it sounds like. Why is Mr. Powers the only person I can think of? Not really sure what that is. Oh. Can you take a look at this? That's Mr. Powers. Why is he dragging his leg like that? What is this, anyway? Looks like she didn't know about the photo or the injury that morning. Never mind. Oh, lawyer gave one of the card keys? Well, I'm sort of borrowing it. I see. You better be careful not to lose that. They're very strict about those card keys here. I guess they're pretty good about keeping these out of outsiders' hands. Thanks, I'll be careful. So that means that it's likely that the person who went in there was somebody on the inside. What do you think we should do? What should... Why don't you just do what you just said? We gotta get the scoop on this director and the producer. Oh, right. Then there's no point hanging around here. That's what I've been saying! Let's get to those studios pronto. We don't have enough information to make a case yet. Exactly the same thing you said yesterday. Just admit it. You don't have a clue what happened. There's not enough information. Really strict about card keys here. Anyway, you can keep it. Well, that's because she doesn't know that we stole it. The place is deserted. Nick, what was that noise? Sounded like it came from inside the trailer. Someone must be inside. Hello? No answer. Pretty suspicious if you ask me, Nick. Let's go in. I'm not sure we should be barging in. Huh? It's locked. What? Don't we have a key? No, but there's probably one in the guard station at the main gate. Then what are we waiting for? Let's borrow it. If they'll let us. Hold on. No. Where is the... Well, it's not, must not be there. Let me check in his trailer. His dressing room, rather. What the... Who are Jew dudes? Lamau. What? Huh? Wait, you first. Who are you? You look pretty suspicious to me. Whatever, lamers. How can you not know the great Sal Manella? I make Talit show. Oh, this is 2007, wasn't it? The Steel Samurai? Mine. Read the film credits. But really? You're the Salmonella? I'm so sorry. You looked so sorry. No, quite alright, actually. It's fine, Raffle. What is it? You know, on closer inspection. Yeah. Ugh. You do a lot of cosplay, because that costume rock soars. Rock soars? What? Hey, you're drooling! Huh? Lol, buffer overrun. Oh my gosh. You've triggered my creative powers. It's coming to me, Pink Princess. The sequel to the Steel Samurai, Pink Princess Warrior of Little Old Tokyo. Ruffle, Lamau. Pink Princess. Why's it gotta be Little Old Tokyo? Why can't it have a cool name like Neo Old Tokyo? Maya, we really need to talk about cool. Did you notice anything unusual in the day of the murder? Oh, I know who Jew dudes are. That security lady told you about us, eh? That's right. It's a pretty regular day. We had run through for an action scene in the morning. Then a meeting from lunchtime in the Studio 2 trailer. I was so busy I didn't even get a chance to eat lunch. A T-bone steak, was it? Yeah, suck sores. I hate missing out on food. Nick, what does suck sores mean? No idea. Anyway, I was in a meeting from noon until after 4 o'clock. With the producer and some bigwigs from the network. Mr. Hammer's time of death was estimated at 2:30. If he's telling the truth, that means that meeting gives him an alibi. Cringing into the void. Maya, I give you permission to murder him, we'll pin it on Old Bag. I would pin it on Old Bag. About the producer who was at the meeting with you. Oh, you mean Dee Vasquez? She's a genius. Mad skills. All the way. Scary, though. She brought these studios back from the brink of destruction. She's the one who made it possible for me to make the Steel Samurai. You had a meeting with her on the day of the murder, right? Yeah, we were together from noon until 4 p.m. the whole time. Who exactly are these bigwigs people keep mentioning? Oh, the boss over at the network and some sponsors. Also a few production guys. They piled into a limousine and got here right around noon. Major tension. Were all of them with you the entire time? Yeah, unfortunately. They're all gray-haired geezers. Ugh. Sounds like they'd be able to be reliable witnesses. Alright, well, I thought that was the kid he mentioned. Is there anything I can present? This is WP, right? How do you know? Well, he's obviously dragging his foot. Alright, the director would know about the injury. He was there. I try not to pay much attention to things that don't interest me. LOL. Why are you staring at me like that? Ugh, this guy is disgusting. I want to get out of here. Haha! You again! How rude, acting like you've seen a ghost. You certainly got back to your post quickly. Oh, the police took me away, they did. They pulled out a spare Steel Samurai costume. Told me to put it on. Can you imagine? How could I, a sweet little old lady, wear that giant suit like that? Mr. Powers is pretty tall. As soon as they saw there was no way I could wear it, they let me go. Guess that would rule out her being the murderer. Anyway, know this, whippersnapper. This old lady never forgets a slight or insult, and you won't get any information out of me. My lips are sealed. You sure are talking a lot for someone with sealed lips. Starting now. 1, 2, 3. This lady's too much. About that kid you said you saw. If I see him again, I'm taking him down. Nick, look at her eyes. She's serious. About the director, the one who was here on the day of the murderer. If I see him again, I'm taking him down. Oh. No, not here, I guess. No. Hold on. And he's the director for a major TV studio. And he's disgusting? Sounds about right for TV directors. Oh my gosh, you're right, aren't you? Hey! Oh, hey! Hey! Wait! I'll bet he came in through that drain. Hey, Kiddy-O, what's your name, sport? I'm not a kid, so don't go talking to me like that. Huh? But you are a kid! What a rude little brat. There's no way to talk to an adult. I don't see no adults here, hippie fashion chick. Hippie fashion? Nick, I think I'm being mocked. You gotta hand it to Maya. She's pretty sharp and pretty mad. I'm Cody Hackins. Call me Kiddy-O again and I'll cut you down where you stand, evildoer. So you're a fan of the Steel Samurai? How dare you utter that name, evildoer? What do you mean? We're on the Steel Samurai's side. Ha! Ha! You can't fool me. Okay, then what's the last line said by the innkeeper in episode 8? Ha! Easy. Like some fries with that? Not bad, Kiddy-O. Watch it. What are they doing? Say, you heard anything about the incident the other day? You were here, weren't you? Did you see anything? He always... The Steel Samurai always wins. Always. Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything. What? But no way am I telling you losers. What? Wait. Let me go. He's gone. Huh? Something fell off the table when he bumped it into it on his way out. A bottle? Why was this sitting here, I wonder? Sleeping pills. Anyway, what was that kid saying? He saw everything. Well, at least he told us his name. Huh? Where's that old windbag? Ought of her to leave her post. Hey, Nick, that was her. Stop, whippersnapper! Yeah, sounds like she's chasing after that boy. Natch! Uh-oh, she tripped. Maya sure looks happy. Nothing here. That kid reminds you of Zack from TMNT? Who's Zack? Did someone drug Will? That's what I'm thinking. I think it's possible that somebody drugged him to make him sleep longer. The question is who? But also, I wonder if the kid was in on it. Doesn't look like anyone's here. Might as well go back to the detention center. We've probably got some more questions. Nope, never mind. Oh, the sleeping pills. Oh. Okay, well, I guess he doesn't know about the sleeping pills. Wanna ask Will if he took the pills? Because he's not responding. Also, hello there, Flower Heart. Can you rant on a weird subject? Sure. You did another fan art. You did another fan art of me! Let me go back there. Hold on. They did another one. I'll pull it up and I'll show it later. Asked about the Forge's delay on mobile. Sorry. Disney villain movies, that subject? You know what? Go for it. I could probably use that. Alright. So where am I going, then? Maybe I can ask the director. Hold on, not move. Nope, never mind. Done with lunch, let me get on desktop. Gosh, where do I go from here? I'm not seeing anybody. I have this bottle, but I don't know what to do with it.
Maybe something's at the office. I feel like I've exhausted all of my... I feel like I've exhausted everything. Goodness. Wait a minute. Hold on. The tree, isn't it moved? Should do a mascot. Oh, we already talked about that. Then where's the assistant? I don't see her anywhere. Nothing around here, huh? The key. What about the key? Go get the key. Yeah, no, we're looking for it, but I didn't see a key. Wait, did you see a key? Oh, you're right, the guard's not there. Where would the key be? Hey, hey, hey! Now's our chance. Let's check out the guard station. Good idea. Oh, this is it. Oh, the trailer key. I don't know why we didn't get it earlier. Yeah, we stole. I didn't realize that we could then go in because we were here earlier when nobody else was here. Because the assistant of the guard are here. Right. Wonder if the key we borrowed from the guard station will work. It opened. Great! Let's go! She seems eager all of a sudden. Ah, not that eager. October 18th, Studio 2 trailer. Oh, hello. Someone's in here. Names. Our names? We're WP lawyers and, I see. And who might you? Dee Vasquez, the producer. Dee Vasquez, she's quite beautiful. I was wondering if you could tell me about the day of the murder. Miss Vasquez. Script. Excuse me? Script. I'm looking for a script. A script? The Steel Samurai, episode 13. I need it. Can we ask you a bit about the day of the murder? I need to read it. Getting nowhere fast. We really like to ask you about the Steel Samurai. Miss Vasquez. It's on TV every week. That's all I have to say about that. Nick, she's telling us to go watch TV? The nerve of her. Hey, don't get mad at me. About the director. Sal Manella, was it? What exactly is his role here? Perhaps I didn't make myself clear. I'm looking for a script. I can't be bothered with anything else. Nick, are all people in the entertainment business this weird? Starting to look like it. Let's get out of here. Isn't there someplace else we have to check? Yeah. Wait. Yes? If you see Manella, give him this. Why do we have to do your errands? I don't think I like her. Don't cry. She'll take it as a sign of weakness. Alright, we'll give it to him if we see him. Let's take a look around here. Another movie poster. The Singing Samurai, starring Jack Hammer. What the heck do samurai sing about? Chopping off heads? Oh my gosh. That movie was the best! It was about a samurai who sings his way to fame and fortune. Mr. Hammer was a very accomplished singer, you know. Singing samurai stars. What's next? Ninja ballet? Samurai Summer, starring Jack Hammer. This poster's quite old. Wow, it's been years since I saw that show. It was one of those typical summer romance stories, but it was great. A typical summer romance with a samurai on a horse? An old movie poster. Dynamite Samurai, starring Jack Hammer. I guess Mr. Hammer used to be quite the star. Looks like they were designing a set to use for the Steel Samurai show. They've got some figures for how much the set costs. Can't believe they spend that much money on those sets. This is where they had that meeting. There are documents and paper cups scattered around. Nothing in here that could be a clue. Just some paper cups and crumpled documents. Glass is frosted. I can't see outside. This far into October, the dimming daylight makes it feel like winter's coming. Alright, well, I guess we have to go back.
I wish I could, just move to anywhere. I don't know, I mean, they limit it for the sake of, like, realism a little bit here. Here you go. Here, I got this from the producer. Huh? Bring me the script for episode 13. Episode 13. Where did I put that one? I must have left it somewhere. I'm pwned if I don't find it. Nick, it might be quicker to just look at all the places where he's likely to have been. I agree. In the studio, you think? Well, I'll try the studio, I guess. He was watching them rehearse. That's a good point. Let's take a look at Studio 1. We're back at the scene of the crime. Let's find out what we need and get out of here quick. Hey, look, that's the chair the director sits in. Oh, we already did this one. Maya, take a look around that chair for me, will ya? Remember that script the director was talking about? Didn't he say he left it somewhere? Aha! Found it. Episode 13. Okay, well, that was easier than I thought. Yeah, no, you're right. I mean, it was just right there. Here, we found it. Your script. You're not gonna talk to us? Quiet. I'm reading. Just you hold on. What's the big deal? Who do you think you are anyway? And who do you even know who we are? Powers' lawyers? Right. Am I a suspect? No, it's just, well, no, but... You wanted to know about the day of the murder? Yes, anything you could tell us would be a big help. You know there was a meeting here at noon? Yes, with the director and the people from the network. Correct. Now listen closely. None of the people in this trailer went that afternoon went to Studio 1. It was impossible for us to leave. Impossible? Why? The path was blocked. The path? On the day of the murder, the path that leads here was blocked. You saw Mr. Monkey on the way here, correct? Mr. Monkey? The monkey with the broken head. Oh, right, that. His head fell over in the wind on the day of the murder. They didn't start moving the head out of the way until after 3 o'clock. It was after 4 o'clock by the time the path was unblocked. Capiche? Everyone in this trailer was stuck here until the path was cleared. Stuck in this trailer, stuck until after 4 o'clock. Hammer died at 2:30. Thus, none of us could have gone to Studio 1. What? It's true. A crane came just after 3 o'clock to move the head. We called someone in to clear the way. I'm sure they'd corroborate my story. But wait, what if the head fell over after 2:30? Then you could have gone to Studio 1. 2:30, the time of death. Very well. Come. That's Mr. Monkey. When it wasn't broken, it announced at the time in ooks. 1 ook per hour. Ook, 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 ook. Always with the ooking. It is a monkey after all. Check its head. The clock inside stopped when it broke. Nick, it stopped at 2:15. 2:15. That's right. This path was blocked from 2:15 until after 4 o'clock. Therefore, we're innocent. Mr. Hammer died in Studio 1 at 2:30. See? Goodbye. What do we do now? There isn't anyone besides WP who could have killed Hammer. It's over. We're finished. Sure doesn't look good. Guess we should head back to the office and plan our strategy. Another clock, by the way, hidden inside a statue. What is the deal with clocks being hidden inside of statues? Now what? We're fresh out of clues. Everyone's alibi is watertight. We don't even have any promising leads. Things are looking pretty grim. It's a little early for you to give up, don't you think? Huh? You got 1 lead. Mia! It's you! What took you so long? Sorry, Phoenix. Maya has trouble calling me unless she's really in trouble. Right. Oh, wait. I guess that means we're really in trouble. I'd say so. What do you mean we have one lead? The boy, of course. Yeah, I saw him. I saw everything. What? But no way am I telling you losers. I don't know, he didn't sound like he was going to help us at all. I'm sure you can find some other way of bringing him over to your side. Either way, we should go back to the studios. That boy is our last hope, Phoenix. Thanks, now I'm more worried than I was before. Oh, I need to talk to Mia. "12 must be the single most annoying time of day with that clock." You're right. And midnight. What's wrong? Whippersnapper. She's been chasing that boy this whole time. When I catch him, So she had any luck catching him. I got a hostage now, Whippersnapper. A hostage? What happened to the boy? If I see him, I gotta lay him flat. My, what a violent old lady. Actually, I met with the director just now. I don't feel so good. Is she okay? Before I go, I'd like to visit the place where poor Hammer died. Right, she was saying she wanted to visit the studio where he died. What's this about a hostage? When that boy was running away, he dropped this and ran. He'll come back for this one. It's kind of hard to understand with all that huffing and puffing. Phoenix, that hostage might be what we need. Cody might talk to us if we gave him that. Good idea. Ms. Oldbig might... No! I'm catching that brat if it's the last thing I do. Phoenix, do you have anything you might trade with her? A trade, This old bag? I'm borrowing this, just so you know. Oh, okay. Just be sure to give it back. She's not as demanding when she's exhausted. Oh, she's just bad. Hey, that's a card. Studio 1. Right, a card key to Studio 1. I could visit poor Hammer. I'd like to visit... He died. It was his fan. You don't have your own card, Ms. Oldbag? Studio 1 isn't my turf. You'll let me borrow it then? If I give her the card key, then I won't be able to get into Studio 1. Why don't you let her borrow it? I guess it can't hurt. Here you go, Ms. Oldbag. Listen to me, Sonny. I don't like having debts to no whippersnappers. You take this and we're even. Deal? What's this, a Steel Samurai trading card? That sneaky kid dropped it. I figured it's pretty important to him, though. Thank you. I may have a use for this. Right, I'm off. Actually, I'm surprised that even though we definitely have psychics and mediums of the world that can talk to, channel the spirits of the dead, it seemingly hasn't impacted the legal system at all. Well, it did, and they revealed her to be a sham, remember? Hey! Hey, you, wait a sec. Phoenix, was that the boy? Yeah, his name's Cody Hackins. I think he ran into the dressing room. You see Maya become Mia, can certainly see the difference. Yeah. Sure, he's sure to be in here somewhere. Found you! Dang it, he's getting away! Come back! There, he's back. How did she... Hey there. Would you mind helping us out? Please? I'm Cody. Hello, Cody. I'm Mia. Mia Fey. Nice to meet you. Yo, and I'm Phoenix Wright. Who asked? Phoenix, you can take it from here. I'm not so sure I'm qualified. Steel Samurai's so cool. I think he's, the bomb. Ha! What would a lamer like you know about the Steel Samurai? Hey, watch the attitude. Phoenix, you really shouldn't yell like that. He's only a kid. Yeah, don't yell at me. I'm only a kid. So, do you know anything about what happened here? Could you tell me, please? I don't know nothing. Looks like persuasion is necessary. Cody, this look familiar? Hey, my UR! UR, huh? Well, UR, you know, ultra rare. That card's really hard to get. Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb. I'll give you this, if you help me. But that's my card. borrow from me something I already own, you're in effect eschewing the very basis of our consumer society, namely the principle of fair trade. Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb. What do they teach kids in school these days? Quantum physics? Whatever, I don't need that card. Huh? I got a double. Just keep it, it's yours. What? After I went through all that trouble, if you want to trade, find me a really rare card. Really rare? You mean there's something rarer than ultra rare? Ultra rare premium cards are way rarer than plain ultra rare cards. Come on! Man, for a grown-up, you sure are dumb. Premium rare? Why do I feel like we're talking about steaks? If Esper exists in real life, there would have 0 human rights, or at least not be free like other people. What? That's kind of a stretch, don't you think? Where? Oh, we gotta find the director. I think the director might have it. Oh, hi. Hello. What brings you here? Oh, well, I had to arrange some stuff. Yes? The, girl with you, doesn't she seem a little different? Like, is she even the same person as before? Nope. She's the same as always. Same as always. Okay, whatever you say. Wait, people just don't notice? Have you seen that boy since then? Nope. You missed it, though. Security lady was chasing him around after the boy so fast I thought she'd collapse. Of course, he got away with the end. Boy, was she mad. Actually, we saw them. How's the old windbag doing? She was squeezing donuts through her clenched fists back at this guard station. So we'll take her jobs a little too seriously. Are all the posters on the wall here of Hammer? Yep, it's a really terrible thing for the studios. But his popular had been waning recently. That's true. Then again, after what happened? After what happened? You mean, you don't know about Hammer? No, what? I'm sorry, I shouldn't have said anything. What happened? Wait. Now you have to tell me. What happened with Hammer? I'm sorry. I'm probably not the one who should tell you. Uh-oh. Why do I get the feeling something's being covered up? Do you know anything about this? Hey, that's a Steel Samurai trading card. I collect those, actually. I'm on one card away from a complete set. A complete set? Yeah, a set of one of each card. Huh. Wait. Wait. That's it! That's the card I need! You don't know how long I've been looking for it! I don't care what kind of girl you think I am. I need that card. Please, I beg you, please trade with me. Trade with you? Yes, trade cards. Look, I'd even trade you an ultra rare premium card. Trade me, huh? Yes, it's a good deal for your ultra rare. Please. Phoenix, can't you see she's desperate? What's everybody getting so excited about? Okay. Really? Thanks. Then this is for you. Yahoo! And there she goes. Doesn't doing good things like that make you feel great? Yeah. Yeah, it does. Man, I'm going on. There's a lot of back and forth here. Well, that's because when Maya said it, it was after doing a crime. It is ghost time, Tinny. See this card? Yes. Wait, that's it! That's the last ultra rare premium card I need. Come on, give it to me, please. You gotta give it to me. Ah, I've never seen him so eager. Right, okay, how about a trade? You're on! I'll give you a samurai spear and throw in an evil magistrate to boot. No, not that kind of trade. I don't want cards. I want information. Huh? You sure? Fine by me. Okay, Phoenix, let's hear what he has to say. If he knows something that could help us, we can have him take the stand tomorrow. So, you like the Steel Samurai? He's so cool! I guess. You're judging him by his looks. You have to look at his actions, at his life. I'm being lectured on life by a grade schooler. You like him too, don't you? Oh, me? Yeah, I love the Steel Samurai. So, tell me what your favorite thing about the Steel Samurai is. Well, never seen a full episode of that dumb show. Actually, I'm kind of a fan of Will Powers. Whoa, that's totally hardcore! Calling me hardcore? So what else do you like about him? Don't tell me I have to keep this act up. Tell me what your favorite thing about the Steel Samurai is. Gotta think of something. I like it when he vanquishes his foes. Yeah, wazam! The Steel Samurai always wins. Always. Check this out. It's my fan album. What the? It's all pictures of the Steel Samurai. I go to every live performance. Those stupid publicity stunts where they beat each other up in public. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam! I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection. Check this out. My new digital... He has a picture of the murder, doesn't he? It's very impressive. The newest model, isn't it? You bet, lady. I just got it for my birthday. My album has a name. Want to hear it? The Steel Samurai, Path to Glory. The Steel Samurai always wins. Always. Hey, if you want this, you can have it, lady. Really? Are you sure? Yeah, I took these with a digital camera. I got all the data at home, so I can always make another one. Well, then I'm happy to accept. Thank you. What's with people always giving stuff to Mia? What a life. You were here on the day of the incident, right? Yeah. You see anything unusual? Cody. Cody, he needs to know because he's fighting for justice. Isn't that the Steel Samurai's motto? For great justice. You have to help us fight for great justice, too. I saw everything. Well, we might get some useful information out of him yet. Mia just has a way with people. Meanwhile, Phoenix... She's got that whole motherly thing going on. Like, she's definitely the kind of person who has a kindergarten voice, right? And then she's like, okay, so we're going to have a good time today, right? Right, alright. Cody, I need to ask you something very important. What did you see on the day of the incident? I got here that day around 2 o'clock. I had to come in through the woods out back so that old lady wouldn't see me. I got kind of lost, though. I was in there for maybe a half hour or so. Then I finally got to the studio. After that... What is it, Cody? The Steel Samurai killed the bad guy. He used his Steel Samurai spear, just like always. One shot, one kill. Happened so fast, I got scared. I went home after that. I see. It must have been hard for you. Man, you say these nice things, but it's so obvious you aren't speaking from the heart. Right. Mia? Yes? I think we can say for sure this means the Steel Samurai did it. True enough, and the director has an alibi, so it wasn't him. Indeed. So, the person who it could have been is Will Powers. I have to admit, it's kind of a shock. But if you put this boy on the witness stand, your client will be guilty for sure. Let's not call him then. I think that would be wise. Best to leave this one alone. Not so fast, pal. I heard everything. This boy here's a key witness, and he's under police protection starting now. Come on, son. You got a rendezvous down with me at the precinct. No, I ain't going. Ah! How did he get here? He's a detective. He just flashes the badge. Now, sweetie, you definitely killed him, didn't you? You know that's bad, right? That didn't go so well. We're back to 0 leads. Now we have a serious handicap in court. What are we gonna do, Mia? Well, I really need to be going. Don't worry, Phoenix. I'm sure you'll be fine. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Come to the trial tomorrow, please! I need you there! Phoenix, can I ask you something? Do you really believe that Mr. Powers is innocent? Of course he is! That's all I wanted to hear. Excellent. I'll see you in court then. Great! Thanks, Mia. See you soon. Guy doesn't do anything right, but this time he's here. Yeah, true. Climbing in through a window in the background. He's just in a coffee shop and, like, every single time, flipping Gumshoe always shows up. Alright, well, now we're actually at the court session. Mr. Wright? Yes? Why do you look so unhappy? Oh, nothing. Really, it's nothing. Right, Mia? Uh-oh, she looks even unhappier. Phoenix. Your client is now practically a dead man walking. Perhaps this is why I felt particularly close to him. This is no time for dead people jokes, please. You know we're going into this trial utterly defenseless. Yet if Mr. Powers is truly innocent, we should be able to find something overlooked in the evidence to prove it. Something overlooked? We have to find something, Phoenix. Today. It's that or lose the trial. This isn't going to be easy. Well, we do have this empty bottle of sleeping pills. He installed a listening device underneath Phoenix's badge. Then he saw me do all that illegal stuff. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well. Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. An unexpected fact has come to the attention of the court. Yesterday, we learned that there were other people present at the studios. Today, I would like to show evidence proving they had nothing to do with the murder. Very well. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. I wonder if it will be that producer. Prosecution calls Mr. Sam Manella to the stand. Or that director. Will the witness state his name and profession?
How rude could you get? You don't know me? I'm the director. I make the Steel Samurai, noob. Raffle.
Sal Manella. I'm a director, television. Were you at Global Studios on the day of the murder?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. Please testify to the court about the events of that day. Phoenix, let's start by picking his testimony apart. If Powers is innocent, you know what that means. Someone in the trailer on that day did it. Right. She doesn't waste any time putting on the pressure.
I was at the studios from around 9 that morning. During the morning, I was doing, an action scene run-through. It took a lot more time than I thought it would. I hear that everyone else ate lunch in the employee area, but I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4 o'clock. During the meeting, well, I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs. That's about it.
The time of Mr. Hammer's death was 2:30. According to your testimony, you were in a meeting at the time. Mr. Wright, you may begin the cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. How did he hear about dinner? About lunch? In the employee area?
That's right. It was a fight scene between the Steel Samurai and the Evil Magistrate.
Was anyone else at the run-through?
Oh yeah, that security lady was sitting there the whole time watching, lol. She was cheering on Hammer, if you can believe it.
She certainly has the lungs for it. Anyone else?
Nope, just us 4.
What exactly did they have for lunch?
T-bone steak, the assistant cooks them up.
Come to think of it, there was a plate of some bones on it in the employee area. Everyone else, meaning that the witness did not eat with them.
But I had a meeting in the Studio 2 trailer, so I ended up skipping lunch. We were in the meeting until around 4 o'clock. I'm pretty sure no one left their chairs.
You didn't take a single break?
Well, yeah, not a one.
What's he sweating so much about? If only I had an idea. I'll wait for one to come up and hit him with it later. Phoenix, if his alibi holds, Powers is finished. Press him as hard as you can and find out where he's lying. We're right. Statement 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So in the end, you didn't get to eat.
Yeah, no steak at least. Can you believe it?
That must have been tough. Phoenix, doesn't something about that seem odd to you? Yeah, it does seem odd now that you mention it. Mr. Manella!
What did you want?
When I went to Studio 2, I saw something on the table there. There were 2 plates, the same kind of plates as the ones in the employee area. Who ate lunch there?
No, good call. I was embarrassed, so I didn't mention it, but I did eat after all.
At T-bone steak, you mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, the assistant went through all that trouble. I brought it to the trailer thinking I could eat it later.
Clearly, Amanda likes to eat. I suspected as much. So what exactly did you eat?
We took one break during that evening. I wolfed it down then.
A mental image I'll carry with me to my grave. Wait a second. They took a break in the meeting. That contradicts his testimony. I'll press that one a bit more. You didn't take a hold on. Oh. We already did this. Wait a second, Mr. Manella, you've just contradicted yourself. Didn't you just tell the court that you ate a T-bone steak during that break?
Oops, Raffle. Well?
Mr. Manella, what is this all about?
Well, yeah, I guess we did take a little break.
Phoenix, great job. They took a break. One of them could have gone to the studio during that time. Your Honor, I call on the witness to testify to the court about this break. Very well. Mr. Manella, your testimony, please. Hard to look for a bit, but Phoenix's lack of tact with kids hurts. Oh, yeah? He did say raffle in a courtroom. It's true. Uh-oh. Edgeworth is laughing.
Yeah, For what it's worth, we took a break, Raffle, but it was only 15 minutes. 15? That's only 13 in base 12. Not enough time for someone to say, commit murder in Studio 1, lol. That's only enough time to eat a T-bone steak, if you ask me.
I don't think there would even be enough time for that, but that's just me. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. When was it? What time exactly did you take this break?
I'd say it was from around 2:30 or so until 2:45. 2:30? That's the time of death. So we could have gone to Studio 1, killed Hammer, and come back. Guess it's possible, time-wise. But it was only 15 minutes.
What were you doing for those 15 minutes?
Eating my T-bone steak, what else?
There were 2 plates on that table?
Oh, right, the other one was Diva's, sorry. D. Vasquez's plate.
D. Vasquez, the producer. To eat a T-bone steak in 15 minutes, that's quite a feat.
Not enough time for someone to say commit murder in Studio 1, lol.
Why is that? Haven't we had enough of this pointless line of questioning? Your Honor, the testimony to this point has made one certain fact painfully clear. The people in the trailer had nothing to do with the murder. It was impossible for any of them to go to Studio 1. What? Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Surely you aren't suggesting that one of the people in the trailer went to Studio 1? Well, Mr. Wright? Phoenix, this is critical. Think about it before you give your answer. You claim someone from the trailer went to Studio 1? Yes, I claim it. If I agree to let everyone in that trailer off the hook, then the trial is over. Mr. Prowse will be found guilty for sure. The victim was murdered at 2:30, the exact time of the break in the meeting. With 15 minutes, murder is certainly a possibility. I suppose you might say that. Alright, I got the judge thinking now. Never a dull moment with you, Mr. Wright. What's your point, Edgeworth? You've been doing your homework, haven't you? Look at the court record. The court record? Surely you know that between 2:15 to 4 o'clock, the path between the studios was blocked. Mrs. Monkey's head has fallen across the path. Whoa, you're right. True, the break in the trailer meeting came right at the time of death. However, the path from there to the scene was the crime was blocked. The fallen Mrs. Monkeyhead barred the way. It's actually Mr. Monkey, but Edgeworth has a point, and somehow I feel no desire to correct him. No counter-argument, Mr. Wright? Then I'm afraid you'll lose this round. Oh, shoot. What? It's over? Oh, that looked like it was going somewhere. Very well, the court's opinion on this case is as follows. We have found that there were several people on Studio 2 on the day of the murder. However, it is also clear that none of these people could have gone to Studio 1. They therefore have no relation to this case. Furthermore, with regards to the photo of the Steel Samurai, given the size of the costume, no one other than Mr. Powers could have worn it that day. All that is lacking is decisive evidence that he is the one who did it. We have had that. I'm afraid I would have to find Mr. Powers guilty. Your Honor, the prosecution is pleased to announce we have decisive evidence. A witness. Who was this witness, Mr. Edgeworth? My witness is the very moment when the Steel Samurai skewered the victim. Order. I will have order. I see. The court will take a 10-minute recess, after which we will hear your witness. Court is adjourned for recess. Yeah, it's the kid. But the kid... Do you know what the thing is? Nobody saw him put the costume on. Nobody saw the moment when he put on the costume. What do we do now, Mia? Everyone in that trailer has an alibi. I'm sorry, Phoenix. I guess I was wrong. Mia, don't tell me you're giving up. If you give up, what hope do I have? Don't get me wrong. I've never given up on a trial before. Not when there was a chance. Only one thing has become clear in your cross-examination. The people in the trailer could not have gone to Studio 1. I thought there was more to it than that, but I was wrong. That's all there is. What's gonna happen to me? Kinda seems like everyone in that courtroom thinks I did it. They think I'm a murderer. Don't worry, Mr. Powers. If you're innocent, we will prove it. I guarantee it. Leave it to us, and be yourself. Be strong. You are the Steel Samurai, hero to children everywhere, after all. Thanks. Okay, Phoenix. This one's for the kids. Let's do it. Right. Let's do it again. Come on. How do we have the same judge on all these cases? Doesn't that seem weird? Court is back in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution has a concern. As our witness is a grade schooler of tender years and this is a murder case, we worry that defense might cause unnecessary trauma with his cruel questioning. Nice to see Edward taking the moral high ground. However, we have no choice. The prosecution calls Cody Hackins to the stand. Your Honor, perhaps you could arrange a box for him to stand on. Oh, right. Guard, please bring him a box. One of those donut crates should do. He brought the camera? Will the witness state his name and grade in school? Witness! What? Just because you're all grown up doesn't mean you can push me around. Cody, answer his question, okay? Hey, it's you, the nice lady. I'm Cody Hackins. I'm in 2nd grade. I get the feeling this is going to be a long, long day. Mr. Edgeworth, please remember that you're speaking to a child. Try to be gentle. Ugh. Witness, Cody. He's having trouble with this gentle thing. You were present. You were at Global Studios on the day of the incident. You got a problem with that? Please tell us what you saw that day. What, Pops? You want me to tell you and Gramps with the beard over there? Just Mr. Edgeworth will be fine. I prefer bearded gentlemen myself. Incidentally, photographic equipment is strictly forbidden in this courtroom. My apologies, Your Honor. He said he wouldn't testify if he couldn't bring it. I'd like a special permission if that's possible. Wait, so you're saying you had to bargain terms with a kid and you lost? Hey, I just got this new camera. Don't really know how to use it all that good yet, but I bring it with me wherever I go. Phoenix, I wonder if he had that camera on the day of the murder. You'd better make a note of it in the court record. Now, Cody, be nice. You little...
Well, no, it's more so that Edgeworth is trying to kill him. Chuggy's going, why, you little... And he's going,
please testify to the court about what you saw the day of the incident. All right. Now we get to play the game.
I wanted to see a Steel Samurai rehearsal, just once. I found a map on the internet and went to the studios that day. I went through the woods off the path so that old lady wouldn't catch me. I was going for the studio. I got kind of lost on the way, though, for about 30 minutes. When I came out by the studio, there was the Steel Samurai. It totally rocked right before my eyes. Out came the bad guy. Of course, the Steel Samurai took him down. Pow! If I had my camera with me, that would have been the time for a shot, I tell you. Anyway, I couldn't get into the studio, so I went home. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination, but be gentle. Remember, you're talking to a child. This kid is tougher than most adults we see in here, honestly. That's a straight lie right there. Actually, that's a good point. If you had your camera? You mean you weren't carrying your camera then? No, I wasn't. It's not like I have it all the time.
Really? I guess seeing me, the killing freaked him out and he went home. Phoenix, remember, he's a child. Use gentle words, but be firm. Easy for you to say. Was that the first time you'd been to the studio?
Actually, I've been a couple of times. I never managed to get there on rehearsal day, and that security lady's always yelling.
Right. Please continue.
Chill, Pops. I'm getting to it. How am I supposed to talk with you cutting me off all the time? Jeez. I went through the woods off the path so the old lady wouldn't catch me.
Off the path?
Yeah, you know how the studios are in a valley there? If you go off the path a little, there's woods. That's where I was.
I see.
Anyhow,
I was going to the studio. Can you present the camera? You know what? That's a good point. You got lost in the woods?
Yeah, I couldn't figure out which way I was walking. Man, was I relieved when I saw the blue studio doors. But guess what happened next?
Oh. Let's present the camera. Cody, what you just said seems, well, a little strange. Didn't you say before that you always bring your digital camera wherever you go? You were quite clear about that.
Huh?
Cody, you shouldn't lie here. You understand that, right?
Mr. Wright, a word with you.
Uh-oh, we're putting the pressure on too much.
What is this digital camera contraption you're talking about?
It's, a digital camera, Your Honor. It's kind of a new sort of camera. How do I explain that? I see. Anyway, Cody, I can't believe you wouldn't bring your camera on a trip to the studios. You did bring it, didn't you? Mr. Wright, how cruel you are to terrorize a poor child so. I don't care if he's a child or prosecuting attorney. No one should lie in court. What do you mean, or a prosecuting attorney? Well, Cody?
What? Yeah, so I had my camera, so what? You got a problem with that?
So you did have a camera. And did you use this camera?
Why would I use it? I was too busy watching.
Very well. Please testify to the court about what you were so busy watching. The book! I know, the book!
Yeah, I had my camera with me, but I was glued to the action. I couldn't take my eyes off of it. The Steel Samurai goes for the bad guy and wham! Then the bad guy stopped moving. He's so strong, the Steel Samurai rules.
I know! Back off. It's the book. I know it's the book. Is that all? Well, that was brief. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does. I don't see anything contradictory. Huh? Really? Objection overruled. Oh. So you were watching the Steel Samurai. Did you watch the whole fight?
Yeah, of course.
You didn't turn away, not even once?
No.
Okay, then tell us exactly what happened.
Yeah, I'm getting to that.
Why? Huh? What do you mean, why? Why wasn't the bad guy moving?
Well, because the Steel Samurai brought him to justice.
And how exactly did he do that?
How did he do it? With a samurai kick and a samurai punch, samurai chop, samurai slap, something like that.
He's still being vague about this.
What? Don't give me that look, Pops.
How should I play this? Wait a minute. Wait a minute. If he was outside, the body was found inside. Cody?
What?
Something's bothering me. Before you said that you couldn't take your eyes off the action.
Yeah, so what?
Yet you missed the most important part. What is the meaning of this? The witness has stated what he saw clearly. You know as well as I do that he's being vague. Tell me, what kind of murderer uses a samurai slap? My point is this. Cody, you may have seen some of the Steel Samurai's fights,
but you missed the most important part, the killing blow.
Order! Mr. Wright, how could this be? Can you explain how he might have missed something so vital? Well, that's the thing.
Phoenix,
I believe you're on the right track with this. Think, why didn't Cody see the climax of the fight? I know you can figure this out. Mr. Wright, your answer. We have ascertained that this young boy is a great fan of the Steel Samurai. Why wouldn't he watch the climax of the fight? Because he couldn't watch it. How could he calmly watch a murder taking place at his age? Just a moment, please. One thing has become quite clear in this boy's testimony. He did not believe he was witnessing a murder. The more real the fight, the more he would have watched. Okay, good. This missed the climax of the fight because he was looking at something else, probably. Probably. Something else? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. What could possibly distract this boy from seeing his idol, the Steel Samurai, fight? What do you claim he was looking at? Well, Your Honor, I have evidence. Evidence? Yes, Your Honor. Why did Cody look away from the fight? He's my proof. What's that? The camera? The witness stated that he recently received this camera. Yes, I'm aware of that. He wasn't entirely familiar with its operation. I'm aware of that too. Correct. Why would Cody be looking at somewhere else at the critical moment? Because he was looking at his camera. Oh, I guess you were right, War. He was trying to take a picture.
Hey!
Bullseye.
What's your problem, Pops? You got a thing for picking on little kids?
Pressing, not picking. Good job, Phoenix. Cody was lying, clearly. Smart of you to realize there was no way he could just stand there watching his hero and not take a picture. Right, Cody. There was only one person, only reason why you would have looked away from the fight, and that was because you wanted to take a picture. But having just received your camera, you weren't used to using it yet, so you missed the climax of the fight, correct? Yeah. Well, Phoenix, I'll bet you anything he's hiding more than that. Have him testify again. Right. Your Honor, the defense would like to request that Cody Hackins testify once more. Very well, Cody. could you please tell us about your camera and about why you didn't take a picture of the fight? Welcome to the real world, kid.
Yeah, you're right, Pops. The Steel Samurai just escaped from the clutches of the villain, so I held up my camera to take a picture, but the lens wouldn't open in time, so I missed it. That's all that happened. Yep.
Anything strange in that testimony, Mr. Wright? I'm not sure, but I'd like to proceed with the cross-examination anyway. Yeah, well, that last sentence sucks, so we're gonna look into that. That's all.
Yeah! I told you I didn't take a picture!
I would have, once I got the lens up. Did he really not take a picture? Not even once? Nah, I definitely would have taken the picture. There's gotta be something here I can use. Cody. Listen up, Cody Hackins. I know exactly what happened that day. You took a picture.
Hey!
Bullseye.
How did you know?
I see through your lies, Cody Hawkins. It's one of my powers. Wow! This feels great.
Yeah, I took the picture.
Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this, Cody. Lying under oath again. I took a few shots, but it was too late, so I erased them. You erased them? Yeah. Why would you erase a picture of your beloved Steel Samurai victorious?
Well, you know, why would I want to keep a picture like that?
He's becoming less and less cooperative. Better find a clear contradiction soon, or some solid evidence. How can I pick holes as to sort testimony? There has to be something. Dig up the dirt, Phoenix. Find out what this kid's all about. Oh, yeah. Wait, that's not right. When the lens opened, what did you see?
Well, a person on the ground, and the Steel Samurai.
This is a child, so we can use an excuse. That's true. Cody.
What? Man, every time you say Cody, you follow it with something bad.
I just wanted to thank you for giving me this the other day.
Huh?
Oh, right. What was it you told me then?
I go to every live performance. I always take a picture when the Steel Samurai lands the final blow. Wazam! I got them all. I never missed one. A perfect collection.
Cody, did you really get a picture of the Steel Samurai standing victorious over his foe? If you did, I find it hard to believe that you would just erase it. Wouldn't you try to keep it for your album?
Ah!
Mr. Wright, what exactly is this album? It's called Path to Glory. It's a collection of pictures of the Steel Samurai, all taken by Cody Hackins. He claims it's a perfect collection of every battle the Steel Samurai has won. I see. Don't you find this very odd, Your Honor? Among all his pictures of the Steel Samurai, none were taken that day. Order! Mr. Wright, have you an explanation? If the Steel Samurai had just defeated his adversary, I certainly would expect to see a picture of it in this album. Exactly my point, Your Honor. No way! Phoenix, I think we finally discovered the truth. And what a truth it is. Mia, are we sure about this? Did he actually... Yes, I'm pretty sure what you're thinking is right. Tell them, Phoenix. Tell them what the truth is. Mr. Wright, please explain to the court what's going on here. Why was there no picture in the album of the day of the murder? Why would the boy have erased the photos he took? I can think of only one reason, Your Honor. The Steel Samurai didn't win. My gosh, how are you figuring these out so quickly, War? That's why Cody deleted those photos. You mean the Steel Samurai lost? Well, Cody, I'm right, aren't I? Tell the truth. The bad guy defeated the Steel Samurai.
No way! No, it's impossible. The Steel Samurai never loses. He never loses to anyone, ever.
Your Honor, the witness has revealed everything with his own words. There was a reason why he lied and told us he didn't take a picture. The same reason he erased his precious photos. For Cody, it was inconceivable that the Steel Samurai could be defeated. However, Cody witnessed the impossible. He saw the Steel Samurai lose. Yet to admit that he saw would destroy everything he believed in. That's why he lied and said the Steel Samurai won. He couldn't handle the truth. Order. I will have order. Cody, is this true? What did you see? Tell the court what you saw. Oh, Jude, it's Cheetah Men. Cody, that day you saw the Steel Samurai lose a fight, right?
Okay. You're right. The Steel Samurai fell down, and then he didn't move.
Order! What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, right? The Steel Samurai was the murderer, not the victim. Yet, according to your witness's testimony, the Steel Samurai was the one who fell. Mr. Wright, what's going on? Apparently, we have all made a serious error. An error? What's all that about? There was no victim in this case. What? Has the defense taken leave of its senses? Of course Jack Hammer died, but the Steel Samurai fell too. It was a draw! Sorry, I was too shocked to say anything for a bit there. Listen, Wright. Only one person died of this incident, and that is Jack Hammer. Yet now you claim there was no victim? Are you insane? I'm sorry. It was I who was wrong. Okay, right. First you're right, now you're wrong. Which is it? Look, I'm sure there's something we're overlooking. You're so sure, then tell us what it is. Quite simply, the victim was Jack Hammer. Mr. Wright? We all know that. Right. Perhaps you'd like to reconsider your last statement? Dang it! If you understand what's really happened, it's actually quite simple. At the end of the fight, the Steel Samurai fell to the ground and lay still. In other words, the Steel Samurai was not the killer, he was the victim. Don't you see? Jack Hammer was the Steel Samurai. Order. So the Steel Samurai in this photograph, you're saying the man in this costume was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer? That's what I'm saying, Your Honor. Jack Hammer was present at the action scene run through that morning. Thus, he obviously knew about Will Powers' foot injury. But wait, hadn't Mr. Hammer gone to Studio One already? That's what everyone thought. But remember what Ms. Oldbag said in her testimony? On the day of the murder, I arrived at the guard station at 1 p.m. Did I see poor old Hammer? Nope. He had already gone to the studio before I went back to the guard station. Mr. Jack Hammer left the employee area after lunch. However, no one saw him going to Studio One, nor was there a picture of him. He waited for Mr. Powers to take a nap in his dressing room, then snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. But why would the victim do such a thing? I don't know. I get it. I thought that the Steel Samurai was moving strange, so it was a different person inside the suit. Pops! Huh? Me? What? Actually, there was one piece of data I saved. Data? Yeah, a photo on my digital camera. What? Show us, quick. No way, man, not if you're gonna look at me like that. Now! Here, this is it. Well, look at this, it's a little hard to say. I'm afraid that it could be anyone in that costume. Your opinion, Mr. Wright? I agree, Your Honor, this isn't decisive evidence. I'm sorry, this doesn't look like it's the proof we need. I'll give it back. Wait, Phoenix, Mia? What? Look at that photo once more. That's it, Phoenix. The photo is the evidence you need to win this trial. Wait, what? Your Honor, may I see that photo once more, please? This is definitely Studio 2, which means that he didn't watch it in Studio 1. Your Honor, look at this. I see. A gate? Might I draw your attention to the number on that gate? The number? Ah, yes. Well, it looks hard to see, but it could be a 2. Clearly not a 1, Your Honor, correct? Ah! I believe Mr. Edgeworth sees what I'm getting at. But that's impossible. Huh? What's this all about? Please explain so that I might be shocked along with the rest of the court. Oh my gosh, the judge is slow. I'll use the studio guide map. The body was found here in Studio 1. However, what do we see in this photo taken at the time of the murder? It does not say 1 on that gate in the photo. Your Honor, here's the true scene of the crime. Show the judge where the murder took place. Oh, excuse me. Here, at Studio 2. I see. That would explain the 2 on the gate in the photo. Your Honor, I find it very significant that the murder took place in Studio 2. The path to the trailer was blocked. The path was blocked at 2:15. In other words, the victim went to Studio 2 before that time. Yes, I suppose that would be the case. Remember Mr. Salmonella's testimony? Allow me to remind the court. He said no one in the trailer was guilty because they could not have gone to Studio 1. Yet, actually, the reverse was true. Only someone in the trailer could have committed this murder. They were the only ones with access to the scene of the crime, Studio 2. As you may recall, there was a trailer in Studio 2. Now, on that day, a meeting was held in that very trailer. There was a break in the meeting corresponding to the time of death. During that break, Mr. Salmonella and Miss D. Vasquez were outside eating steak. They were at the scene of the crime. Order. The defense makes the following claims. The scene of the crime was Studio 2. The person that the security guard, Miss Oldbag, saw was the victim, Mr. Jack Hammer. Mr. Hammer, for some reason, stole a Steel Samurai costume. Then he went to Studio 2. This is madness. Jack Hammer is the victim. The victim! Why would he steal a Steel Samurai costume? Are you suggesting he did so to cover up the details of his own murder? Well, no, of course not. Or do you have proof? Give me proof that the victim, Jack Hammer, stole the costume. I have proof. You do, Mr. Wright. Now that they're surprised, something much less confident. I think I'm right, though. This is it, an empty medicine bottle. I found this on the table in the employee area. The same table Mr. Hammer and Mr. Powers were. The label reads sleeping pills. Sleeping pills? The defendant, Mr. Powers, spent that entire afternoon sleeping. He was drugged by Mr. Hammer. Wait a moment. That bottle does raise the suspicious, yes, but there's no proof that Mr. Hammer used it. Your Honor, I have an idea. Oh, gosh. Fingerprints? An idea, very well, let's hear it. I want to check the bottle for fingerprints. If my claim is true, Mr. Hammer's fingerprint should show up on the bottle. I suppose you're right. Very well, the court will take possession of the bottle. Empty bottle given to the judge. This court will suspend proceedings on the current trial for today. Cody Hackett's testimony has revealed new possibilities in this case. In fact, things may have happened very differently than we previously thought. The Steel Samurai seen by Ms. Oldbag may have been the victim, Jack Hammer. The scene of the crime was not Studio 1, but Studio 2. And those in the trailer did have time to commit murder. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Your homework is to find the answer to the following question. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? Also, who killed him and why? Find the answers for me by tomorrow. That's a lot of homework. Mr. Edgeworth, You will need to reconsider your stance in this case. Above all, you need to reconsider your suspicion of Mr. Will Powers. As you say, Your Honor. This trial will be extended until tomorrow. This is the last extension. Alright, well, we successfully delayed this guy's murder. Oh, goodness. Why do I have to find the killer? Phew, that was a close one. We were saved by a hair, but that's all that counts. I thought seriously about going home about 3 times during the trial. Me too. Really? You both seem so confident. Ha! Maybe I should take up a career in acting. I was ready to pronounce you dead about 3 times back there. Me too. Dead? Of course, we're kidding. Are you sure? I wasn't kidding. Now, Mr. Powers, we have to go make our final investigation. But sir, isn't that Gumshoe's job? Do you trust Gumshoes to do it? Alright, yeah, I'll look for the killer. Why do I have to find the real killer? We like to watch. I promise you, we'll find the true killer by tomorrow's trial. Right, thanks. Alright, well. Would you look at that? Oh, man. That was a close one, huh, Mia? Really? Too bad. I'm sorry I missed it. Maya? So, what happened? Well, I think I got a pretty good idea who did it. Now, all I need is a motive and proof. Wow, good going, Nick.
Under the initial trial... Oh, I'm gonna burp. Excuse me. Under the initial trial system, tomorrow is the last day we have. Initial trial? What's that? That's the new court system they introduced 2 or 3 years ago. They had so many cases in the system they decided to speed the whole process up. So under the system, trials have to end in 3 days? Yeah, pretty much. Well, we've no time to waste. Doesn't that seem really unfair? I don't get it, Maya. Why would Mr. Hammer steal the Steel Samurai costume? What? You mean Mr. Hammer was wearing the costume? Yeah, but Mr. Hammer was the victim, Nick. Why would he go through the trouble of stealing it? That's what we have to find out. What happened with the director's testimony? Well, it's pretty clear that the producer and the director were both in the trailer. Huh. Which means that the killer has to be one of them. Really? Why? Because the real scene of the crime was Studio 2, where that trailer is. What? Was Maya always this excitable? Well, have you noticed anything that might help us? I can't see what's going on when Mia's here. So no, I haven't noticed anything. Right. Maybe we should go talk to WP? It's the detective's job to find the suspects. I'm the defense! Detective Gumshoes, what is your input? I don't want to look around at the crime scene anymore. My feet hurt real bad. Never ever get accused of high crime. Seriously, 3 days. Goodness gracious. Okay. Mr. Wright, you did very well again today. Thank you. Oh, thanks. Could you not look like you're about to burst into tears? Wow, Nick. You must have really wowed him in there. Could you please wipe that grin off your face? Hey, WP, only 1 day left. Let's make it count. Yes, though there's not really anything I can do to help. I'm not really sure what I can do either. Please, this is no laughing matter. Could you tell me more about Ms. Vasquez? Oh, the producer? She's well respected in the industry. They say she's a genius. A genius? She's been at Global Studios for 5 years now. Right or wrong, nobody dares tell her different these days. Why is that? Ever since she came on board, we've had nothing but hits. Global Studios was on its knees, but she picked it up and made it shine. Oh, and what? Nothing. Forget it. I've only heard rumors anyhow. Can you tell me anything about Mr. Manella? Oh, he used to be a minor straight-to-video director, but something in his work caught Vasquez's eye. She brought the Steel Samurai idea to him. Everyone knows the name Sal Manella. I heard he's pretty much at her beck and call, though. Whenever he says jump, he asks how high and all that. I can imagine him being at her beck and call, though I can't imagine him jumping. I was wondering about Mr. Hammer. He was a big star back in the day, right? But then he just dropped off the face of the earth. Oh, yes, you're right. In fact, he was my role model when I started in this business. But he just stopped taking on big roles. That's when he began appearing in little productions at Global. How could he do that? I was really looking forward to a sequel to Samurai Summer. He just gave up being a star 5 years ago. Actually, now that I think about it, that was right when Miss Vasquez came to Global. 5 years ago. Have you seen this, Mr. Powers? What's that? I've never seen these Steel Samurais in my life. These are the Steel Samurais that appear at live shows. A fanboy collected all these pictures himself. Seeing things like this really makes me think. I mean, so much of those kids, you know? Alright, looks like we're done here. Back to the studio. The old windbag sure is quiet today. You know, this place is really peaceful like this. Nick, I think our guard's down. Yeah? I bet we could even eat those donuts in the guard station. If we wanted. You eat, you die. Phew, she's alive. I was wondering about Dee Vasquez, the producer. Oh, the studio bigwigs love her, so she's always gets her way. She seems bitter. Do you not like the producer? Look, the studio people don't want me talking about her, so sorry. Can I ask you about Sal Manella, the director? Sal? He's soft, a pushover, does whatever Vasquez tells him to. She treats him like dirt, but I think he likes it. Huh? Why would anyone like being treated like dirt? That doesn't make any sense, does it, Nick? No, of course not. About Mr. Hammer. Ugh. I heard about what you said today, cheeky whippersnapper. Poor old Hammer, you dragged his star down from the sky and stomp on it, calling him a criminal, a thief.
I won't forget this. Uh-oh, she's really annoyed this time. You listen to me, whippersnapper. My poor old Hammer would never do such a thing. Why would he steal Powers' costume so he could sneak by me? He would never stoop so low. It's impossible. Okay. Employee area. Let's take a look inside. I guess they're not filming today either. I did want to see them filming, just once. This trial will be over and done by tomorrow. You can come see them film later, I guess. Is this where you found that bottle of sleeping pills, right? Uh-huh. I wonder if there are any other clues lying around.
Yeah! No touching!
Oh,
Sorry, pal. Didn't mean to frighten you.
Didn't mean... I almost had a heart attack!
I guess I could be a little dramatique at times. I suppose it's the actor in me.
Dramatique, indeed.
Anyway, I'm here to examine the place on that table.
Wait, are you looking for sleeping pills?
Yeah, pal. Traces thereof.
So you're looking for those traces of the sleeping pills. How?
For a thorough examination, I gotta take the plate back to the precinct, but I have the capabilities to make a cursory examination right here. Our science guy gave me some testing solution. This reacts to these sleeping pills, see? If there's traces, it'll change color.
Wow, neat. Well, Detective Gumshoe, what are you waiting for?
Now, everything in due time, pal. Well, the testing solution on the plate changed color, all right. So the food on this plate had been laced with sleeping pills. Looks like it.
Excuse me. Phoenix said that. How goes your investigation?
To tell you the truth, it's a real mess, pal. Some people think we should pursue the case we already have against Powers, and some people think we should switch suspects.
What do you think, Detective Gumshoe?
Well, pal, I hate to admit it, but I'm not sure I buy the case against Mr. Powers anymore. I feel kind of bad for Mr. Edgeworth, though.
How is Edgeworth doing, anyway?
Mr. Edgeworth is out of control. He was in the waiting room and crushed a paper cup with hot coffee in it. Whoa, talk about burns, pal.
Wow, the fury of Edgeworth. Yeah, crushing paper cups. Cups, bottles. Say, whatever happened to that empty bottle?
Oh, the bottle of sleeping pills? Well, I got some good news for you about that. They found the victim, Jack Hammer's prints on the bottle.
So that means...
Yep, sounds like the one who put Powers to sleep was none other than the victim.
So I was right. So who did it, then? Well, let's head inside the, dressing room. Oh, hello. What are you doing here? Oh, I was just cleaning up the dressing room. I guess WP won't be using it anymore, so... What? Well, why? But WP's innocent. Yes, and I'm really grateful for all you've done. But, this week is the last episode of The Steel Samurai. What? No! I was wondering if I could ask you about Mr. Hammer. Yes? On the day of the murder, he went to Studio 2. Huh? I thought he went to Studio 1. He stole the Steel Samurai costume, too. What? Why would Mr. Hammer do something like that? Oh. I guess the rumor must be true, then. The rumor? Yeah, Miss Vasquez, that producer, had some kind of hold on Hammer. She had some dirt on him. He'd do anything, she said, apparently. Some dirt? What dirt? Dirt. You know, bad stuff. I know what dirt means. About 5 years ago, they started filming a movie starring Mr. Hammer. They were using the new studio, Studio 2. Some sort of accident happened during filming. After that, they never used Studio 2 again. They left the film set the way it was, too. The film set? Was that trailer part of the film set, then? Well, what do you mean, the last Steel Samurai? I know it's a shock, but nothing can be done to save it now. Whoever really did kill Mr. Hammer also signed the Steel Samurai's death warrant. No. Also, I hear that Global Studios is going to change its programming. They're not going to make kids shows anymore. What? Why? I don't know. It's sad, but that's what Global Studios decided. Why aren't they going to make kids shows anymore? The studio bigwigs don't want the Steel Samurai around anymore. They want to forget all this ever happened. They want it quiet, you understand? How can they do that? What about the kids who love the Steel Samurai? It's okay. I'm sure the kids will be fine. They'll find a new show to follow. No, that can't be true. If the program just ends, then they'll be heartbroken for sure. Nick, say something. Yeah. I think evidence rather than words is called for here. Here, take a look at this. And this is a fan collection of all these photographs. The kids love the Steel Samurai. The show shouldn't be canceled just so some adults can save face. I would think that you would understand that better than anyone. You're right. Okay, but what can I do? Well, for starters, you can tell me something. Tell me what it is that Global Studios is so intent on hiding. Tell me about this accident 5 years ago. Okay. If someone killed him just to cancel this show, I'm gonna be flabbergasted. Gotta really hate making kids shows. You know, that's a good point. Could you tell us what happened 5 years ago? Well, I can tell you what I've heard. Apparently, 5 years ago, someone died, and it was Hammer's fault. Someone died? It was an accident, of course. Anyway, the producer, Ms. Vasquez, managed to hush it up. And that's the dirt she had on Mr. Hammer? And that's what Mr. Hammer would do anything Ms. Vasquez asked him to do. But it was an accident, right? Why didn't they just make it public? Well, you know, Mr. Hammer was a big star back then. They were afraid about what would happen to his career if word got out. I see. You know who knows more about this? Old Bag. She was here at the studios back then, you know. Thanks. We'll try asking her. She'll talk. What's that? An empty bottle of sleeping pills, with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. Now I'm really confused. You know, you're working on SpongeBob for a good few years and you're like, oh man, this job just wants to make me stab someone. I got an idea! What, you're still slinking around? If you like the place so much, why don't you take over for me? The old windbag doesn't look so good. Everybody's doing their darndest to forget Hammer. Who do they think made Global Studios what it is today? Hammer. It's all due to Hammer. She's starting to froth at the mouth, Nick. Maybe we should keep a safe distance? I wanted to ask you about 5 years ago. Who told? Who told you that? Huh? Nichols. Nichols? Nichols. Nick. Penny Her name is Penny Nichols? Okay. Oh, right. Anyway, we heard about the accident. It was during filming with Jack Hammer. He killed a man, didn't he? Whippersnappers dredging up dirt on someone's past like that, and the recently departed, no less. I suppose you think this is fun? No, I'm just doing my job to protect Mr. Powers. And you claim that Hammer stole Powers' costume? You expect me to believe that rubbish? Or do you have some kind of proof? Proof that Hammer stole Powers' costume? I'm sorry, Miss Oldbag, but I do have proof. I can prove that Mr. Hammer stole Mr. Powers' costume. Here's my proof. What? What's a little empty bottle supposed to prove? It's a bottle of sleeping pills, with Mr. Hammer's fingerprints on it. What does that prove? I'm sure old Hammer's had some sleepless nights. Where's your proof that he used those pills on Powers? Mr. Powers ate a T-bone steak for lunch, correct? Well, yes, so. This is the plate that he used to eat that steak. There are traces of sleeping pill powder on the plate. I see. Poor, poor Hammer. You did wrong, Hammer. Rest your soul. Miss Oldbag? Okay, you win. I'll talk. I'm tired, see? Tired of holding it all in. Ms. Oldbag? You're right. 5 years ago, there was an accident. A fatal accident. What's worse, a paparazzi took a photo of it. That photo, well, it caused quite a stir. And guess who made it all better? Vasquez. She has ties to the mafia. She silenced that paparazzi. That was the beginning. After all that, she became a force to be reckoned with here at the studio. I see. But you have to understand, poor old Hammer never meant to any harm to anyone. Miss Oldbag? Hold on a minute. Poor Miss Oldbag. Here, take this. A photograph? Wait a second. This is the picture. Is this the trailer in Studio 2? Hammer was supposed to fight with the bad guy in the top of those stairs there. He pushed the other actor and the man fell onto the flower box fence. But how did you get this? It was a long time ago. I don't much feel like talking about it. Understandable. Well, that certainly has made up a lot of things, huh? Well, looks like somebody's hiding Jack, and Jack... I think that Jack was trying to kill Vasquez and was going to frame Powers for it. Remember, kids, never install pointy fences unless you're gonna wire barb it. Oh, and what's this? And then and then Tack comes here with the Soul Eater reboot. Hold on to that thought. A big thing just happened. That is a really low height for a spiked fence, though. You're right. But it's not inconceivable that such a thing could happen. So Jack killed someone years ago. Yes. Think back, Nick, to the day of the murder. Mr. Hammer put on the Steel Samurai costume. Then he left from here to go to Studio 2. Right. But why? I wonder if someone called him, like the director or the producer. Hey, Nick, it's Ms. Vasquez. Hello? Hello? Ha! Oh! Maya, you should at least try to be polite. I'm watching the clouds. That's all she had to say, apparently. We got the dirt on you, lady! First off. Excuse me, Mr. Hammer came here on the day of the murder and... Shh. Perhaps you didn't hear me? I'm watching the clouds. I'm not interested in talking to you. Do something, Nick. She's really ticking me off. Alright. She's not even looking. What? Where? What? Where did you get that? Well... Old bag. Old? She means the security lady, Ms. Oldbag, Nick. Right. Anyway, Miss Vasquez, you hid this incident from the press, didn't you? And you used it to control Mr. Hammer. The wind. Huh? It's gotten stronger. Don't you think? The wind. The conversation interests me. Let's talk about it more inside the trailer. Nick, she went inside the trailer. Mafia is probably a stand-in for Yakuza. Well, what is the difference in this instance? We're gonna tell the police you're in the Mafia if you don't talk. Do we know? You came. Well then, what was that you were talking about? Miss Vasquez, you were using that accident. You were blackmailing Mr. Hammer so you could control him, weren't you? That's why he was doing kid shows for petty change. So I'm a blackmailer now? Well, that's what it was, wasn't it? I mean, sure, it was an accident, but you used it to drag Mr. Hammer down from his rightful place as a star. Oh, I haven't pulled anyone down from anywhere. Mr. Hammer's career went sour of its own accord. But you were the cause. You pressured him. And to think it was just an accident. Excuse me. What is this all about? You keep saying accident, accident. How are you so sure? What do you mean? Must I spell everything out for you? Think, what would it be if it wasn't an accident? No. No way. You mean Mr. Hammer did it on purpose? That is what I mean. Where's your proof? Can you prove it? Just think. Would he have let me ruin his life for 5 years over a mere accident? And I ran him hard, you believe me. But the security lady said it was an accident. Oh, well, she was a big fan of hammers, you see. She jumped on the reporter who brought that photo into the studio. She wrenched it out of his hand, she did. Give him a few bruises, too. So that's why she had the photo. She's an old fool. Of course, all the reporter would need is the negatives. He could have made a copy. But he didn't. The only copy of that photo is the one in your hand. Give it to me, now. What? That's the video evidence. Boys? Who are they? Professionals. They're good at erasing various things. What do you think? Would you like to be erased? What? The trial ends tomorrow? How unfortunate. It's a shame you'll have to miss it. Tell me why. Why do you want this photograph so badly? This is Mr. Hammer's dirt, no? Why would D. Vasquez care about it at all? I'm sure you'll have plenty of time to think about that where you're going. So long, friends. Boys, erase away. No! What's going on?
Hold it right there! Ah, Gumshoe! I heard everything, pal. D. Vasquez, you're coming down to the precinct with me now.
Not bad. Very well. It appears this contest will have to be decided tomorrow then, in court. I'll be looking forward to it.
Hey, you okay, pal? Sorry I was a little late with my entrance. I don't get many chances to practice that sort of thing.
Oh my gosh, finally, Gumshoe! Detective Gumshoe, thank you, thank you, thank you. I was really scared.
Huh? Don't mention it, pal. Just doing my job.
Detective Gumshoe?
Sorry, it's just I wanted to say that line ever since I became a detective. Okay, I've got one more job to do today. I'm sure we'll run into each other again soon.
Well, Nick, it looks like we're getting close to the bottom of this. And who's at the bottom? D. Vasquez. Ooh, we're solving the mystery. Who actually did it, though? So I was right. He was trying to kill D. Vasquez. But then they... Oh my gosh, one of the mafia guys must have killed him. And then stuffed him in the old suit, burnt the steel samurai suit in the incinerator, and then threw him in there. Threw him in Studio One. Yeah. That's it. It was one of the mafia guys. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Will Powers. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Today will be the final day of this trial. I hope both the prosecution and the defense will be able to present decisive evidence. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. Your opening statement. In yesterday's session, the defense presented us with a new theory for this case. He claims that the scene of the crime was in fact Studio 2. Today I will call on people present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. From their testimonies, the truth will become clear. Very well. Edgeworth seems a bit on edge today. You may call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth. The prosecution calls Miss D. Vasquez to the stand. Hey, Miles. Hey, Miles. Hey, Miles. Guess what? Knife. Miss D. Vasquez is a producer who was present in the Studio 2 trailer that day. Will the witness state her name and occupation? D. Vasquez. I am a producer for Global Studios. On the day of the murder, you were in the trailer for Studio 2. As everyone here knows, yes? I dislike needless banter. If you must pontificate, do it when I'm not here. Very well, Miss Vasquez. Please give the court your testimony concerning the day of the murder. Nick, I know she did it. Make her pay. Right. If she's guilty, I'll catch her with her pants down, so to speak. Hey, I have a question. Did April May go free? She was part of that murder case. Did she not go to prison? I entered the trailer, a little before noon. The meeting began at 12 o'clock sharp and ended at 4. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. At 2:30, we took a 15-minute break in the evening. Sal and I ate T-bone steaks on the table in front of the trailer. We found Hammer's body later when it went to studio. See, look! Okay, notice that the suit that he's wearing doesn't have anything covering it, so they don't need to put another fake hole. They could have totally stabbed him, stuffed him in his own costume, put him there, and then thrown the other body, and then thrown the suit he was wearing in the incinerator. It's so obvious. But the question is, who was it? I don't think we find out about accomplices or other people who commit crimes like perjury. I think they imply in a later game, but people go to follow-up trials court cases for their exposed crimes. The Ginyu Force would fit Ace Attorney for their names alone. Well, not in English. I have a question about one part of your testimony. You were fatigued, so you had Sal take you? The van. There's a van at Studio 2. I had him take me in that. I thought it might be risky to walk, what with that monkey's head toppling over. Alright, van. I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. This is the final battle, Nick. Let's do it. You can't smoke in here. And when exactly was that? I've forgotten. Maybe you could try remembering. No. The meeting ended at 4 o'clock and the rehearsal was scheduled for 5. I would think it was between those times. You would think? Come on! All you did was stage the obvious, Edward. Hold on. Wait a minute. No, hold on. You're right. The T-bone steaks. No, that's consistent. That's consistent. Wait a minute. Didn't you eat it? Do you have someone who can verify this? Sal? No. I mean, someone else? One person is enough. If she committed murder during that break, she wouldn't have had time to eat a T-bone steak. If I had some evidence that proves she didn't eat that steak... Well, Nick, find anything? Alright, so it's gotta be... What would prove... What would prove that she didn't eat? Oh, wait a minute. How would they get the steaks? Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. It does? I don't see anything. Ugh. I thought it was because they couldn't get the steaks because they were blocked off. Picked the wrong evidence. Well, what evidence could that be? Steak plate? That doesn't make any sense then. I didn't pick the head by accident. The head was to prove that it blocked off the pathway, so they couldn't have gotten the steaks. But I guess they could have. I guess I'll try the steak plate. But that doesn't make any sense. That's not even close. No, the pills of the plate, they're not related. They're nowhere near. Ah. By yourself? Yes. You didn't stop in the employee area? No. Are you always this terse? Yes. Oh dear. Did no one leave during the meeting? No one. Come on, let's talk a little bit about that. The witness did not come here to engage in idle conversation. Stop interrupting the testimony. The same could be said to you, Mr. Edgeworth. And please stop banging on your little desk. It hurts my ears. Ugh. Oh, yeah, she's probably talked to a court before. Into the trailer before noon, right? What were you doing during that time? Yeah, Mr. Oops. It was a 15-minute break. Oh! Oh! Is it... It's not possible to eat that fast, right? How did she... Hold on. The plate said it had sleeping pills on it. I know, but that's not the one she used. That's from a... This is a piece of evidence for something else. Wait a minute! How could they have eaten in front of the trailer if we know that the murder occurred at 2:30 and that it was at Studio 2? I guess the only thing I have is the van and the steak plate, but I don't see how they're related. I'm gonna press this again. Do you have someone... No, no. Alright, I'll try the plate. Oh, I didn't want to press. Ha! As I thought. You claim you ate a T-bone steak. But I say you did not.
What's this now, Mr. Wright?
Look at this. It's a plate. This plate was on the table of the employee area. As you can see, a large bone has been left behind. Mr. Wright, need I remind you it was a T-bone steak? Exactly my point. Remember, if you will, Miss Vasquez and Mr. Manella ate at the table outside the trailer. Oh, but there was no bone! Yet there were no bones left on the plates. The plates were bare. Gah. Miss Vasquez. Tell me, how can a person eat a T-bone steak and not leave the bone? I think I know how. You didn't eat a steak during your break. You took your steak and threw it somewhere, like that incinerator. I see.
Then it was Ms. Vasquez. Then what was Ms. Vasquez doing during her break? Isn't it obvious, Your Honor? She was meeting with the Steel Samurai. Order! Are you saying? Yes, Your Honor. Ms. Vasquez left the trailer to eat her steak. She ran into the Steel Samurai, and then you did it. You killed him with your own hands. Mr. Wright, isn't that a little presumptuous? What kind of stunt are you trying to pull, Wright? Let him claim what he wants. You say I did it? Yes. Fascinating. And here I was worrying that today would be as boring as all the rest. Very well. Let us have a battle of wits, you and I. Any day, Vasquez. Good luck, Nick. Let's see. What was that murder weapon again? Oh, yes, the samurai spear. Yes. I am, as you can see, a woman of petite stature. How could I possibly use that heavy spear as a weapon? I think you would have a great deal of difficulty using that as a weapon. Pretty much anyone would. Huh, you see? Yes. However, that has no bearing on this case. Meaning, the samurai spear was not the murder weapon. What? Oh. Hey, she threw him down on the spike on the... She threw him down on the spike on the thingy again. The spear was found lying next to the victim's body. I have proof, Your Honor. I can prove that the samurai spear was not used as the murder weapon. They didn't even let me present the evidence. They didn't even know. Wow. No. I present my proof, the so-called murder weapon. But that is the murder weapon. Not so fast. Remember that the spear broke during the morning action during scene run-through? But someone fixed the spear. It was the security lady. She fixed it with duct tape. Now tell me, how is it possible for someone to stab a man who's wearing a thick costume with this through the chest? Order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? Think about what you're... Silence. I'm the one testifying here, and I will be heard. Are you quite sane? Are you even aware of what you're saying? If the samurai spear was not the murder weapon, then pray tell what was. How was Hammer killed? Well, Mr. Wright, can you tell us what weapon was used to kill Mr. Hammer? Would I make a claim like that if I couldn't tell you what the weapon was? I'm afraid your confidence could sometimes be unfounded, Mr. Wright. Very well, let's see this murder weapon then. Look at this photo. What is this? Why, that's Jack Hammer standing at the top of the stairs. Order! If I cannot have order, this trial will be suspended. Mr. Wright, what is this all about? This photograph is from 5 years ago. There was an unfortunate accident at Global Studios. This is a photo of that very accident. Not a word of this was leaked to the outside. It was a close-kept secret at the studios. What does this have to do with the current case? Mr. Edgeworth, you still can't see it? See the fallen man in this photo? See how the fence post pierced him through the chest? What are you saying? Yes. What happened 5 years ago? Has happened again. Mr. Wright, continue. It's 2:30 p.m. on the day of the murder. Miss D. Vasquez meets Jack Hammer outside the Studio 2 trailer. Then she did it. She pushed Mr. Hammer off the stairs into the fence. Just like Mr. Hammer had himself done 5 years ago. Though whether she did it on purpose or by accident, I cannot say. In other words, the victim, Mr. Hammer, he died the same way that he caused another man to die. 5 years ago. Precisely. Ironic, isn't it? Very creative, Mr. Wright. I could use a man like you on my script writing staff. You deny that what I say is true? Mr. Wright, let's say, for the sake of argument, that Hammer died at the trailer as you say.
Yet the body was found at Studio 1, was it not? And in the evil magistrate's costume, no less. Are you then claiming that I carried the body to Studio 1 and returned the trailer all in the space of a 15-minute break? How could I have disposed of the body? The break in the meeting was that the trailer lasted for 15 minutes, from 2:30 to 2:45. Could Jack Hammer have been pushed off the stairs to his death, then carried to Studio 1 and placed inside his costume? There wasn't enough time! Indeed. Well, Mr. Wright, how could she have dealt with the body? What if she had another way to carry the body, other than with her own hands? For instance? Actually, for that matter, there was no need for her to do the deed in 15 minutes. And there was a way for you to carry that body. Interesting. Let's hear it then, Mr. Wright. Please show us how she carried the body. Van. Miss Vasquez, you carried the body to Studio 1, and you used the studio van to do it. Recall your testimony. There was to be a rehearsal afterwards, so we went down to Studio 1. I was fatigued, so I had Sal take me. There was a van there, right? I had Sal drive me. You used the van to carry the body to Studio 1. Then, before everyone else got there, you put the body into the magistrate costume. Hold on, right? Don't forget it was Sal Manella that drove that van. Are you suggesting that Mr. Manella was a conspirator? Of course he wasn't. Huh? So without Mr. Manella noticing anything, she put the body in the van, then managed to put the body into the costume? Are you seriously suggesting that is possible? Huh? I was kidding, to lighten up the proceedings. Ugh! Lighten? You can't lighten up a murder. Mr. Wright, the court requests you refrain from making claims in jest. Yes, Your Honor. Of course Sal Manella has to have been a conspirator. The body had to be placed in the van and put into the costume. There's no way Mr. Vasquez could have done that alone. Also, don't forget that they had to dispose of the Steel Samurai costume. They had to, because it was covered in Mr. Hammer's blood. They probably burned it in that small incinerator. Well, Miss Vasquez, shall I continue? No need. You're smarter than you look, Mr. Wright. I lose. You win. It was fun. I win? So, what happens next? Don't question mark me! Don't you have anything to say? What would you like me to say? Huh? I lost? Something like that. I just said that. Wait, so you mean D. Vasquez, so it was you? You killed Jack Hammer! That's gotta be that's an admission of guilt. Who can say? Huh? Are you sure I did? Mr. Wright, we just engaged in a battle of wits, and the result of that battle, you proved the possibility that I murdered Hammer. Right, but that is only a possibility. Proof is another thing altogether. You lack decisive proof, Mr. Wright. What? Order. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Of course, it's just as the witness says. Certainly, it does seem very likely that you did it, but, there's no proof. Edgeworth isn't sure. Well, I came here as a witness today. If you've no more questions, I'll be leaving. What do I do now? I'd like you to testify again. Testify again. Know when to give up, Mr. Wright. Think about it. Even if I were to testify again, what's the point? I can only say what I said before. The truth, Mr. Wright. I've already said all that there is to say. What would happen if I said it again? You're asking the same questions, you get the same answer. A waste of time. Seems like there are no further questions. I would like to end the cross-examination of the witness, Mr. Vasquez. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth. I was hoping to come up with a question while I was objecting, Your Honor. I didn't. Your Honor, I request that the witness testify again! You are the prosecutor, are you not? Why are you badgering me? I'm your witness. I just want to hear your testimony again. Does this make any sense to you, Your Honor? I don't see that we have anything to gain by repeating the last several minutes. Mr. Edgeworth, I too see little point in making Ms. Vasquez repeat herself. What exactly did you want her to testify about? Well, yep. Indeed. Verily. I'd say ergo. I want to hear about what happened after they found the body. After they found the body? Very well. The witness will testify to the court concerning this matter. I think, wow, I'm glad Edgeworth knows she did it. Nick, why did Edgeworth... Who knows? He probably realized she did it too. But, wasn't he the one that always said he gets a guilty verdict? After all that, Edgeworth... I was with Sal and Oldbag, the security lady, when we found the body. The assistant was there too, only Powers was absent. I immediately called the police, then Powers showed up. The security lady, Oldbag, was quite agitated, pointing at Powers, saying, "He did it." I asked to be left out of the proceedings. I went back to the trailer to get my scripted direction notes. Then I went home. I see no issues raised by this testimony. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination. Okay, Nick, we're close. Real close. She may be acting tough now, but if you put her on the spot, she's sure to falter. Find the key you need to twist the truth out of her. Right. He does have a heart. Yes, he is a big softie. The script and your direction notes. Yes, they're quite valuable. It wouldn't do to have them stolen. No, I guess not. Wait a second. I thought you came to Studio One for a rehearsal. Why didn't you bring your script and notes? Well, I was under the impression that we wouldn't be able to rehearse anything. Why? There was a murder after all. Who could think of rehearsing after that? Oh yeah, I guess. Very well. Ms. Vasquez, please continue. Your Honor, I have an objection to the witness's last statement. Huh? Think! Ms. Vasquez says she didn't bring the script because there wouldn't be a rehearsal. Don't you see what that means? She would have had to know about the murder before going to Studio One. Order, order. Mr. Edgeworth, what you have just said is a reasonable observation. However, I find it hard to understand why the prosecution would make such a move. Or are you thinking of a career change in the defense? I appreciate the concern, Your Honor. I will stand by my statement, however, regardless of how the court sees my role here. Now, Ms. Vasquez, do you have an explanation? I can't believe Edgeworth is helping me. So the prosecution is in the cahoots with the defense? What kind of court is this? No matter, I think you misunderstood me. I had a perfectly good reason to believe there would be no rehearsal. Very well, the witness will change her testimony to reflect this reason. I'm glad he's trying to help. I knew that Hammer was injured and couldn't do any action scenes, so I left them behind. How did you know about the injury? How did I know? Sal, he told me. Sal, the director, You have to find something to peg this on her here, or everything we've done until now will have been wasted. Believe in you. What was everyone else doing at the time? No one said a thing. It was silent, completely silent, so we stood there until Powers finally arrived on the scene. Sorry, I'm late. Then, silence. Dead silence. Silence. Hey, Nick, why is everyone so quiet? Someone should do something, lighten things up. Wait a minute. Hammer... Wait a minute. Hammer? Hammer wasn't the one who was injured. How did you know Powers was the one who was injured? You knew that Hammer was injured? Don't you think that's a little funny? I mean, it was the Steel Samurai who was injured. It was Will Powers. What? Mr. Wright, explain yourself. Yes, Mr. Hammer is dragging his leg in this photo, but that's because he was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Pretending? One person was injured in the run-through that morning. That person was Mr. Powers, not Mr. Hammer. Now, why did you think it was Mr. Hammer who was injured? I already said it was Sal who told me. That's right, he must have gotten it wrong. I think not. Mr. Manella was at the run-through that morning. He would have known who it was Mr. Powers who was injured. He saw it happen. Why would he tell you the wrong person? Miss Vasquez. Actually, you didn't hear anything from Mr. Manella. You saw Mr. Hammer limping with your own eyes. Yes, but wasn't Mr. Powers who was injured? Yes, but remember, Mr. Hammer was dragging his leg too. He was pretending to be Mr. Powers. Huh. And when he was doing this? Well, it would have to have been after he put on the Steel Samurai costume and went to Studio 2, where he was murdered. Exactly. Miss Vasquez, you met him, didn't you? You saw the Steel Samurai limping. And Mr. Hammer was in that Steel Samurai suit. That's why you were confused. That's why you thought it was Mr. Hammer who had been injured that morning. Order. I will have order. Witness. Can you refute this claim? Yeah, let's see you sneak out of this one, Vasquez. Very well. I have a question for you. Why are the real killers always so persistent? Why in the world would I want Mr. Hammer dead? Yes, he'd fallen on hard times, but he was a star. I had nothing to gain from his death. Nothing. Yes, you would need a motive. Why would she have killed the victim? There's a reason it is unclear to this court. Does the defense have anything to say on this matter? In other words, can you prove she had a motive? Okay, I have proof, and I'll show it to you. Presents the court evidence that Ms. Vasquez has motive in the murder. This is my proof. This is the photo from before. This photo reveals the motive in this murder. I'm right, aren't I, Ms. Vasquez? 5 years ago, Mr. Hammer was at the height of his fame. With D. Vasquez's help, a terrible accident was swept under the carpet. Ladies and gentlemen, the case currently up for trial. It began on that day, 5 years ago. Ironically enough, that accident precipitated Mr. Hammer's fall. His fall from stardom. His guilt weighed him down, no doubt. However, you, D. Vasquez, used Mr. Hammer. You made him work for you, for petty change. Bringing us to the present day, and Mr. Hammer's last role as the evil magistrate. Yes, undoubtedly, it was a constant source of shame for the ex-star. One moment, Mr. Wright. We are talking about motives here. You only talked about Mr. Hammer. It almost seems as if it was Mr. Hammer who had killed D. Vasquez, not the other way around. What motive would Ms. Vasquez have? Yes, that's right. According to what you say, I would have no reason to kill Hammer. He was a good source of income for me, and I never got rid of useful men. It's a policy of mine. Mr. Wright, please explain Ms. Vasquez's motive for the murder. Okay. Allow me to present the court. Alright. Kuratorian would level the name puns in his franchise translations. Yeah, good point. There is no evidence. It was self-defense, wasn't it? No. She had no motive, Your Honor. What's that now? It was Mr. Hammer who was out for blood. All Ms. Vasquez did was push him off the stairs in self-defense. What's that now? It's simple. Mr. Hammer was intending to kill Ms. Vasquez. What? What? Your Honor, Jack Hammer drugged Mr. Power with sleeping pills. Jack Hammer snuck into the dressing room and stole the Steel Samurai costume. Jack Hammer wore the costume to fool the security lady into thinking he was Powers. Then Jack Hammer made his way to the trailer. And for what purpose, you ask? To kill D. Vasquez, who had so cruelly taken advantage of him all those years. Wait, so I guess she's still guilty, huh? But if it was self-defense, then she doesn't go to prison. So you did do it, didn't you? Yes. I am guilty. Why wouldn't she go for the self-defense argument? Someone call an ambulance. There's blood everywhere. We're too late. Ah, Miss Vasquez. What happened here? Manuel fell from the trailer stairs. Manuel! Miss Vasquez, please try to remain calm. No, how could this? It was an accident. Mr. Hammer was doing an action scene and... No, Manuel! Don't touch him, Miss Vasquez. No! Please don't die. Congratulations, Mr. Wright. I lose again. Wait a minute, so why is she trying to not go for the self-defense defense? Mr. Edgeworth, where's D. Vasquez? In the waiting lobby, Your Honor. As calm as collected as ever. I see. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor. It appears you have brought yet another miracle. I thank you, Your Honor. I think not, Your Honor. Will Powers was innocent. That he should be found so is only natural, not a miracle. Yes, you're right. Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Will Powers. Gosh. That is all. This court is adjourned. We knew he wasn't guilty like 2 days ago. Yeah, but things are different. I don't know what to say. Thank you so much. I'm just glad you're okay. Yes, but it's sad. I know now that Mr. Hammer stole my costume. It's bad enough that he wanted to kill Ms. Vasquez, but to think that he tried to frame me for the murder, it makes me sad. Tell me why, Mr. Wright. Huh? Tell me, why did Mr. Hammer want to blame me? Well, this is what I think. Mr. Hammer wanted to put the blame on you because... It's because you were the Steel Samurai. Because I was the Steel Samurai. Mr. Hammer was a big star once, but he was reduced to acting in a kid's show, and as a villain to boot. The kids loved the Steel Samurai, and so he hated you. I think I understand. You could have just told me. I would have changed places with him anytime. I think you're missing the point. Thank you. I'm just glad it's all over. So am I. So am I. Congratulations, WP! Oh. Thanks to you, I'll be able to don the Steel Samurai outfit once more. I can't wait to get back into that sweaty costume and... Is something wrong? No, of course not. Nick, Edgeworth. Say something, right? I'm not good at small talk. Huh? What? That was too bad, Edgeworth. You don't waste any time gloating, do you? No, I really want to thank you. Vasquez would have gotten away if you hadn't stepped in. Haha, pleased to meet you. I'm Powers. Edgeworth. I'm a big fan of your work, Mr. Powers. Liar. Right. I must say, I hadn't expected to meet you again after all these years. Meet, again? However, in retrospect, it would have been better had we not met. Thanks to you, I am saddled with unnecessary feelings. What? Is he gay? Unnecessary feelings? Yes, unease and uncertainty. Aren't those kind of necessary? They only serve to get in my way. You listen to me, Phoenix Wright. Don't ever show your face in front of me again. Oh, he's so gay for him. That's what I came here to tell you. Mr. Wright? Was that guy your friend? What? Friends? As if. They're rivals. Rivals! Right, Nick? For now we are, I guess. Huh? Why do I get the feeling I'm missing something? Come on, Nick, tell me. What's the deal with you and Edgeworth? And so the curtain closed on another trial. I caused quite a stir by revealing that accident from 5 years ago. It was the talk of the town. Thankfully, Global Studios rethought its programming change. They went back to making kids shows again. Nick, this is it. The new show starts today. They're gonna watch it with me, right? I'll admit, I was kind of surprised. I didn't think they'd seriously go through with it. You have to buy trading cards, okay? We have to trade with Cody and that assistant. Fine, fine. I'll do it. Isn't it great that WP gets to play the lead again? I wonder if they'll show his real face this time. I don't know. I don't think the world is ready for the real Will Powers. Wait, he plays the lead? He plays the princess? Well... Hold on! Hold on! Is that the parrot? Is this the one where they're gonna call a parrot as a witness? Is this the trial where they call the parrot? Oh my gosh! I've heard about this trial. I've heard about it. 15 years is a long time to wait. You can't imagine how much I've suffered. You've suffered? But now, the perfect opportunity has presented itself. Stabber, at last, I shall have my revenge. What? Merry Christmas. Edgeworth? Do you know if there are any good waterfalls around here? Waterfalls? Dare I ask why? Duh, Nick, isn't it obvious? I need a waterfall to stand under, preferably a freezing one. Oh, is that part of your spirit medium training? Of course, except I've been slacking off lately. I need to brave the elements and be forged anew under the rushing spring waters. Okay. I don't know about any falls per se, but Gourd Lake is pretty close. Oh, darn. Sorry, but them's the breaks. Couldn't you just take a cold shower or something? Good idea! So much for rushing spring waters. Next in the news, a large unidentified animal was sighted at Gourd Lake. The town is buzzing with excitement. Locals are calling it Gordy, and a tip of the hat to Nessie, the Loch Ness Monster. Though its namesake Nessie proved to be a hoax, locals are confident their Gordy is the real deal. Oh, boring. Can't they show real news for a change? Nick, the water pressure's kind of low in that shower. You want more pressure, huh? Why don't you go down to the fire department and have them spray you with the hose? Good idea, Nick! Apparently, Fey Blood is no aid in detecting sarcasm. We interrupt this program to bring you a special news bulletin. Strange occurrences continue at Gourd Lake, but this time, it's murder. Gourd Lake again? The body of a man was found in the lake early this morning. A suspect was apprehended. Sources inside the police department revealed that the suspect name is Miles Edgeworth, age 24. Edgeworth was an up-and-coming prosecutor, known for his skill and connections. He was guaranteed a long and rewarding career. Has he thrown it all away? Edgeworth? What's going on? Edgeworth would never do something like... Nick? Maya! The fireman yelled at me when I called him. We've got bigger things to worry about than that right now, Maya. They arrested Edgeworth. What? You mean the prosecutor? Yeah, he's a suspect in a murder. What? When? Where? Whom? Why? How? I don't know. Let's just go find out, Nick. Yeah, okay. But let's ask you what's what. What do I do? What should we do? What do you mean? Let's investigate. We should talk to Mr. Edgeworth and check out the crime scene. You're right. We need more information. Save aimlessness and confusion for later. Well, got any good ideas? Not really. I do my best thinking when I'm standing underneath a waterfall. Well, that's kind of... I guess it was funny that he would say that I don't want to ever see your face again. You know, Nick, we've all been in here one time or another, haven't we? I guess it comes with the territory. I'm not sure it's something we should mention to too many people. Oh my gosh, that's right. We've all... every person that we... Edgeworth, Phoenix, and Maya were all in the detention center. Ha! Hey, Edgeworth, come back! What are you doing here? Nick, I don't think he's in a very good mood.
Well, he is in detention. Were you in a good mood when you were here? So, you've come to laugh at the fallen attorney? Then laugh! Laugh! Well, why aren't you laughing? Nick, should we be laughing? Nah, it's a trick. Laugh and he'll get mad or burst into tears. Edgeworth, we don't have so much free time we could spend it coming down here to laugh at you. Yes, you do. Actually, he's right. I hoped you wouldn't come. I didn't want you to see me. Not like this. I didn't want to see you like this either, believe me. Edgeworth, tell me what happened. Why should I? What are you gonna do about it? Duh! We're gonna help you, that's what! Help me? You? Don't be ridiculous. Sorry? You're a novice. You've only been in 3 trials. And I beat you in 2 of them, you old windbag, so go bent and get to the... I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm alright. Hey, sure, you got lucky and won all 3, but your luck's bound to run out someday. You need real skill, right? Experience. Nick, he's insulting you. Nick, my mom was the one who has to get angry. The murder took place at Gourd Lake, correct? Yes. Late last night. The lake is a long way away from your offices in the courthouse. Why were you down there? I see no need to tell you. Mr. Edgeworth, you didn't really... Gordy. Huh? I went to see Gordy. Gordy? What's that? I'll tell you later. Why won't Edgeworth talk to us? Guess we're going to Gourd Lake. This is where it happened? Yeah, Gourd Lake is in the middle of this park. It's the world's worst pig movie. What, Gordy? It was before Babe, you know. Men play women characters all the time in the suits, of course. Oh, Tack, are you talking about the Princess show? It's a little... We're a bit late for that, aren't we? I could see some police walking around in there, questioning people, probably. Hey, isn't that Detective Gumshoe over there? Well, pal, there's enough of us here. Anyone found anything? Sorry, sir, nothing. Idiot, the trial's tomorrow. We need clues on the double. But, sir, there weren't any clues. That's why we arrested that attorney, Mr. Edgeworth. It's clear, sir. He's the one who... Shut up. Just you try saving that again. I'll make you sorry if you do. So just get out of my face, pal. Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe's kind of scary today. Recruits? Peh. Ah. Hey, you're that hairy guy. Harry Butts. Right. Phoenix Wright. Will he ever learn my name? And just what are you doing here, pal? Investigating? Huh? Well, yeah, I suppose. Well, I'm here to help. Ask me anything you want. Bring it! He seems different than usual. I wonder what's up. Mr. Edgeworth hasn't actually asked us to defend him yet. Huh? Oh, you don't say. This is about winter that turns people into poets. I don't know, but my toes are starting to feel numb. Yes, my poetry has that effect on some people. The sign says Gourd Lake. This place is full of families picnicking on the weekend, but no waterfall. Not many picnickers come for spiritual training, Maya. Can you, like, keep your mind in order? Detective Gumshoe, do you know what happened here? Huh? You don't know, pal? No. Wow, okay, Mr. Head in the Fluffy Pink Cloud's lawyer. Head in the... what? Never mind, I'll tell you. It happened last night, about 15 minutes after midnight. There was a boat out on Gourd Lake. In that boat were 2 men. One of those men shot the other with a pistol. And the shooter was Mr. Edgeworth? A cop who arrived on the scene arrested him. How did they get there so fast? Well, there was a witness. When the report came in, we raced to the lake. A witness?
You don't think Mr. Edgeworth is a murderer, do you?
Absolutely not. It is impossible. I don't care if there's a witness either. I don't believe a lick of it.
Right. Who cares what the witness says? I care. You really believe in him, don't you, detective?
Of course I do. But, police are pretty sure he's the killer. Nobody's even really taking this investigation that seriously.
Oh, no.
After all the help Mr. Edgeworth has been to us, hard to imagine that no one's standing up to take his side.
Well, at least you are, detective. At least you are. Do you know who will be Mr. Edgeworth's defense attorney in tomorrow's trial?
He hasn't got one yet.
What? The trial is tomorrow, isn't it?
Well, I don't know the whole story, but apparently no one he's been talking to will take his case.
Why not?
Mr. Edgeworth won't tell me. When you guys showed up, I figured she'd ask you to defend him.
Unfortunately not.
Well, pal, then you got a job to do. Help out Mr. Edgeworth. Prove that badge you wear isn't just some fancy piece of metal. Prove it to me, pal. Show me you're an attorney.
Oh, I can't present it. Who was this witness?
Sorry, pal. That's confidential. Anyway, the witness saw everything, apparently. I'm sure they'll turn up at the trial tomorrow.
Was there only that one witness?
Yep. It was pretty cold out in the late last night, and it was Christmas Eve after all. Still, we're being thorough. You never know when you're going to turn up with another witness. That's why we're here today, checking things out. So far, we're coming up empty.
Wait, so today is Christmas? Oh, it's Christmas today. I'd forgotten. What are you gonna for me for Christmas, Nick? Talk to Santa. Your attorney's badge? Edgeworth. Let me defend you. Ha! Ha ha! Good one, right? But I'm not that hard up, not yet. What do you mean by that? Me? Trust a wet behind-the-ears lawyer with only 3 trials under his belt? Never. What? My case is near hopeless, right? Every defense attorney I've talked to has turned me down. What? Simply put, they were afraid they'd lose. It occurred to me that it might be my fault that they lacked confidence. After all, I did get every single one of their clients declared guilty. I don't believe it. Regardless, I don't want you involved in this. You in particular, I cannot ask you to do this. Oh, it's the same one. Edgeworth. This is really hard for me to ask, but you didn't do it, right? Right? Think what you will. I have only one request, huh? Stay out of this case. Why? But Nick is trying to help you. I know that, but I don't want your help, okay? Because defense killed my grandma, alright? Why not? Look, just go away and leave me alone. Nick, Mr. Edgeworth did it, didn't he? Maya, let's go investigate elsewhere. But Nick... Is it true? No one will take Mr. Edgeworth's case?
Yeah, he's a bit of a celebrity. If you defended him and lost, your reputation would be sure to suffer. What's more, the case against him is... well, it's pretty solid.
I suppose it would be if they have a witness.
Hey, pal, don't tell me you're gonna turn your back on him too. Remember the Steel Samurai case? Mr. Edgeworth helped you get your client declared innocent.
I know. I went to Edgeworth. I tried. He really doesn't want us to represent him. Especially not us, he said.
What? Well, that doesn't make any sense, pal. You should have heard him talking about you after that trial. He kept saying, right, over and over.
Nick, I'm not sure that's a good sign. Neither am I.
Why wouldn't he want your help?
I don't get it.
Detective Gumshoe, sir. What, find something? No, sir, not yet.
But there was a call from the precinct. They want to hold an investigation briefing.
A briefing? Right, I'm off. No, sorry, pal. I guess you heard. I gotta go. Any last things you want to ask me before I head back?
Why, yes. Do you have any information on the victim?
Sorry, they haven't worked up the autopsy report yet.
No! No, that means I'm gonna be forced to get an updated one.
I'm still waiting for it myself. Actually, say, if you get the time, drop by the precinct. We can talk more there, pal. You're not coming back, detective? Probably not. So what should we do if we have something to talk to you about? Oh, right, here, I'll show you how to get to the precinct. Come down and see me anytime. Oh, hey, Detective Gumshoe. What? We'd like to take a look around in the park. Can we walk around? Yeah, no problem, pal. You got my permission. You know, Nick, I think there's something to be said for talking to people when they're busy. Yeah, they don't have the time to think about you not giving information. Right, now let's get investigating. Alright, let's go to the beach. Wowzers, this is Gourd Lake? Yep, I'm not sure it warrants a wowzers, though. Probably not. But hey, look at that snack stand. Samurai dogs? I want a samurai dog, please. I bet they're great. With a name like Samurai Dog, how could they not be? They're a little behind the times, though. The kids are all into the Pink Princess now. I mean, like, you know. Nope. Oh, someone left some poppers here. You know, you pull the string, and it goes pop. Yeah, I know the ones. You see them a lot around New Year's. Hey, Nick, they might be a clue. Let's take them. Come on, admit it. You just want to pop them, right? Was it that obvious? Poppers. I suppose it couldn't hurt. Huh? Where'd they go? Into my pocket. She's got them. A hot dog stand. It's closed. The Christmas fringe looks a little half-baked. The banner reads Samurai Dogs. Somebody needs to redecorate. Wow, Gourd Lake is really big. Yeah. Say, Nick, why is it called Gourd Lake? Oh, well, a long time ago they used to grow gourds here. Whoa, no way! I was sure it was because the lake looked like a gourd when viewed from above. You know, like an hourglass shape? Well, it is shaped like a gourd, actually, but that's just a coincidence. Oh, okay. The trash can is empty. At least the place is well maintained. The lineup of plastic benches. I guess the idea is that you buy a dog and eat it here. I don't know anyone would sit here and eat it on a day like this, though. Except maybe Maya, if she had a samurai dog. Alright, well, time to move over to the precinct. Oh, never mind, there's a lot out here. Okay. I like it here, Nick. Look, someone's camping. They've got guts camping at the scene of a murder. Hey, Nick, if they were camping here last night, they might know something about the murder. That's true. Good call, Maya. Let's go talk to them. Hey, Nick. What? Don't tell me you're hungry again. No. I was just wondering, why are camping pots and pans made out of aluminum? They didn't talk about that in any of the law books, so there's no laws saying they have to be made out of aluminum then. I'm not having this conversation. Sign says no camping. Funny place to pitch your tent. Wait, what if the sign said no setting tents on fire? I don't think they have signs like that. Oh. She's kind of a ditz, isn't she? This SUV has seen better days. It's dented all over. I can't believe anyone would drive their car down here. Trees grew quite thick. Further back, the trees fade into the shadow where the sunlight can't reach. There's food and some magazines on the sheet. It's a pretty tough skin to camp in this cold. This camera has a mic and some sort of attachment. It must take pictures when triggered by a noise. Wow, cool. Let's try it out. Hi, I'm Nick. Maybe I'm not saying it loud enough. Hey, I'm Nick. Huh. Nick! Will you stop that? Maybe it's broken? Don't kick it. Maybe it isn't set to respond to voices? Well, what then? These things? The party poppers? Oh, somebody was planning on taking a picture of the murder. Well, it responded. Ah! Hey, you, get your hands off of that. What in the Sam Hill? Look what you done now. There's a whole roll of film. What? Huh? Sorry. Sorry's nice, but it don't pay my bills. You know how much that roll of film costs? I'll pay you back. What do y'all think it's enough a party popper in a place like this? Well... What? Don't try to play stupid with me just because you think I'm some country bumpkin. Yeah, I know y'all Yanks think.
I say, those southern folks there with their exaggerated drawl, they must be dumb. Well, let me tell you, just 'cause I might be dumb don't mean we all are. Nick, help. And who are you now, her chaperone? Yeah, no, we're just friends? Just trying to figure out what y'all are gonna say and... say it for bejesus's sake. I'd rather sit through one of Papa's drawls than listen to you stud all day. Guess we should pay her for the film. Watch it! Yes, ma'am. On second thought, I'll pay later. I'm really sorry. What? Can't you see I'm changing the film on my camera here? Someone, I'm not naming any names, but someone used up a whole roll. Sorry, that didn't work. I wonder if anything to show her that'll get her attention. What? Can't you see I'm... Oh. You actually just said just because I'm an idiot doesn't mean everyone with my accent is. Oh. This is my badge. Huh? Aren't badges supposed to be all shiny and impressive? You a cop or something? I'm a lawyer. What? Y'all ain't trying to pull one of them lawsuits on me over that film now, because I'll have y'all know I'm a fighter and I've wrestled meaner looking things than you. No, that's not it at all. We're here investigating a murder that took place here on the lake. A murder? Sounds cool. Why don't y'all say that in the first place? Go ahead, ask me anything you like. Finally, some cooperation. You too. You can come out of hiding now. I won't bite. Hard. Come to think of it, where did Maya get to? Sorry. I was feeling a little overwhelmed, the culture gap and all. Never you mind, honey. I can talk Yanks for you if you if it pleases you. Thanks. I think I'll be okay. Great then. I'm Lotta Hart, but you can call me Lotta. I'm here photographing media showers for our research project. Mighty pleased to meet you. Oh yeah, when was that murder anyway? I ain't seen much television lately. Happened last night in Christmas Eve. That's so. Christmas Eve. A man on a boat was shot. Did you see anything? Well, let me see. A boat, you say? I reckon I might have seen one, not sure though. Y'all gotta remember, I've been watching this here lake for a good 3 days now. I seen enough boats to choke a mule. Kinda hard to remember which I've seen when. So, what is it you do, Lotta? Huh? Me? Haha, y'all don't really want to know that, do ya? Actually, I'm a research student at Country U, right in the heart of the heartland. Wow, neat. Nick, she's a research student at a university, Country U. So I hear. So when did you come up here? Let me see. I guess it was about 3 days ago. What are you photographing? Didn't I tell you all that already? Medias. Yep, media showers. Falling stars? That's quite a camera you have there. Y'all better know it. It's German made, a genuine Solingen. Isn't that where they make knives? So what's that device you have stuck to the camera? Huh? A device? Your camera went off all by itself when I fired my party popper. Oh, that mic triggers the shutter whenever it detects certain sounds. It's programmed to pick up loud noises right now. A programmable camera? Neat. Well, it sounds to me like the camera should have taken a picture of the gunshot going off. Nick, what is this place? A boat rental shop, closed for Christmas, it seems. Guess a murder taking place on one of the boats wouldn't be good for business either. Boats. Never been on a boat. Really? Well, how about we go on one when the trial's finished? Hey, good idea. You bet. Small boat rental shop. Doesn't look like anyone's around. Probably closed because it's Christmas. There's more forest off that way. Doubt I find any helpful clues there. There's some boats floating at the dock. Was one of these boats using the murder, I wonder? Nick? Huh? I changed my mind. I don't really want to go for a boat ride. Looks like I've looked into everything. Alright. Looks like Detective Gumshoe isn't here. Something wrong, miss? Turning yourself in? Okay, what did you do? Shoplifting? Larceny? Public indecency? No, none of those things! We're looking for Detective Gumshoe. Is he around? Gumshoe? Oh yeah, he's in a meeting right now. I don't think he'll be out anytime soon. Okay, we'll come back. You do that. Oh, and go straight home and stay out of trouble. No more shoplifting, you got that? Do I look like a criminal or something? Hey, is that the police department's mascot? That's the Blue Badger. It was my idea. I made it. It's my mascot. I see. How nice. I'll get him as assigned mascot of the Criminal Affairs Department if it's the last thing I do. Good luck. These are detectives' desks. There are computers and files in each one. Funny, they're a lot tidier than I'd expect. I guess the detectives don't spend a lot of time at their desks. Alright, well, that must be one of the detectives. He's mumbling something to himself. Your mama could see you know she'd be crying. Break and spit it out, you low-life scumbag. Must be doing image training for interrogations. Poster of a female police officer. Wait, no, that's the latest Babes in Uniform calendar. My bad. Whew. Inspect the funny little man. What funny little man? You mean that badger? He's the badger. He said he made that. You like him? Yeah, good. This must be the chief of the detectives here. He's glued to his computer screen. What? Gord Lake. Gordy sighted. I don't believe it. Looks like no one's around. Gotta tell you, I haven't played the 3DS version of this. It seems very nice to have a pointer that tells you whether or not you already looked at something. Oh, I didn't consider that. But you might be... Yeah, you're right. The camera is rigged to respond to noise, but only responds to loud noises, like a party popper. I've had something like that as a standard ever since 5. Wouldn't that be in the GBA version? Huh. I almost didn't see that signpost. Left, boat docks. Right, exit. Well, I don't know where to go now. It looks like I've been everywhere. I haven't really had an issue looking for something before. A check appears in the bottom corner if you can examine it. Oh, well, it's nice that they made it a lot easier to figure out what you have and haven't checked yet. Looks like I've checked everywhere. This guard monitors the visitor room. He hasn't moved really inch since I came in. A real pro. Smile for the camera. Mia's desk. If you had more clients, I would probably sit here more often. Lately, I've been spending more time on the couch watching TV. Maya brought in a poster of the Steel Samurai the other day. We had a big fight over whether to put it up or not. I know she's just waiting for a chance to sneak it up on that wall. Mia's favorite plant. Its name is Charlie. Maya's gotten the knack of watering it lately. Charlie's been perking up these days. Looks really like the cleaning day again at the hotel across the way. Here they're playing a second branch outside the city. I can see the bellboy getting the angle of that screwdriver in the drawer just right. He's still going at it. Tried reading around the head hurt. When I closed it, it slipped out of my hand, and my foot hurt too. Have I not checked out everywhere and talked to every person I can? That normally means that we're good.
Hmm. Well, let me take a... Or where else can we go? I mean, I've been everywhere. Where haven't I been? Lada, yeah. So, your camera, it triggers on loud explosion noises? Yep. Actually, the victim in the case we're researching was shot with a pistol. A pistol? Right. Now, wouldn't a gunshot make a similar noise to our party popper? I guess it would. Your camera didn't get a picture of the murder, did it? Hey! Y'all are pretty bright. Huh? I see what you're saying. Tell you what, I'll have to look-see at my film. It would have been a photo taken late last night. I checked him once, don't remember if there was anything on him though. But what if I got something? You could be witness to a genuine murder. Yeehaw! I'll go check out that film. You'll come back now, you hear? She went inside her SUV. Guess we should come back later. Alright, now we can go. Now we can go back. December 25th. I guess Detective Gumshoe is still in that meeting. Hey! Thanks for coming down, pal. Detective Gumshoe! We just finished the meeting, for better or for worse. I get the feeling that we're in for some bad news. Do you know anything about the victim yet? No. Still can't ID him. Has Mr. Edgeworth said anything? Not a word. So how did the meeting go? I can't tell you, pal. You're a lawyer. True. You know, I don't know what to believe anymore. Sure, Mr. Edgeworth's human like you or me. Still, I get the feeling that if he'd done something wrong, he wouldn't go hiding it. That's just the kind of guy he is. Why can't anyone else see that? So they think that Mr. Edgeworth did it. Well, the trial's starting tomorrow, as scheduled. I see. Hey, in the end, you did tell us about the meeting. Don't go telling anyone else, pal. Yeah, sir. And, do me a favor. Stand by Mr. Edgeworth. He needs help, and you're the ones who'd help him. I'm sure he's got some reason why he won't talk to us. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. Detective Gumshoe, how come you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? Well, I'd think that was obvious. We got a strong working relationship, us two. We trust each other, and that's how it works. A working relationship? See, Mr. Edgeworth always gets his defendants declared guilty every time. Yeah, his methods might be a little extreme, but there's a reason. He trusts our investigation, see? He trusts us to get the right man. That's why I work extra hard, pal. We've got to earn that trust he places in us. I see. Mr. Edgeworth is a man you can trust, and you have my word on that. I was wondering, did you ever get that autopsy report? Oh, that? Yeah, I made a copy for you. Sometime on the 24th or 25th. Oh, goodness. Thank you. Nick, huh? Can you show me the photo of the victim? That face. Someone you know? I don't know. I just have this feeling that I met him somewhere a long time ago. Alright, well, it looks like we gotta go back to the Gourd Lake and talk to the lady. Actually, let's go to the detention center. Okay, he's not here. Alright, what do we got? Hey, y'all! Lotta! Wait up a sec, we got a bingo. Bingo? My automatic camera took 2 pictures last night. Hey! This is them. Take a look. Wait. See? See? He's shooting them with that pistol. It looks like that, yes, but can't really tell who it is that's shooting. Yeah, well, there was enough fog out there tonight to strangle a bullfrog. But you know, seeing these photos reminded me of something. What? I saw the murder happen. I'm a witness. What? Are you serious? Of course. How do you forget? Never mind. Y'all reckon I should tell the cops? I reckon so. What's that? Now don't y'all go trying to mock my accent. I'm a sensitive lady. Hey, so I'm off to talk to the cops. Y'all can have this photo. Later. Wait, Lotta. What? Can't y'all see I'm kinda busy? Tell us what you saw too, please. Nice try, honey, but I wasn't born yesterday. I'm a witness, and that means I'm on the side of justice, and that means the cops. I'd sooner eat the south side of a northbound skunk than tell you. Lotta, don't let it get to your skivvies in a bunch. Friends today, enemies tomorrow. Or was that the other way around? No matter, I'm gone. Hey, maybe they'll let me do some testifying. Hot darn. She left. Well, that's one more witness. What do we do now, Nick? Well, if she saw something, there's not much we can do about it. The question is, what did she see? I guess we'll have to find out in the trial tomorrow. Wait, hold on. Why are you assuming you're gonna be there? You're not gonna be there. Edgeworth does not want to talk to you. Looks like the police have given up their interviewing. Hey! Nick, I think Santa's mad at you. Long time no see, Nick. Nick, you know Santa? Wow, Nick and Saint Nick. Hey, I see the connection. Don't be ridiculous. Dude, it's me. Larry, what are you doing here? Isn't it obvious? I'm working my day job. I sell samurai dogs. Want one? Gotta get money for dates, you know. My girl Kianse deserves the best. Kianse? Not another model, I hope. Oh, Kianse's a fine, fine woman, Nick. It was her idea that I wear this costume. She was all, you go, girlfriend, you know? She brought this costume for me. That's great, Larry. Wow, a Santa costume. She must be really nice. Whoa, cute. Nick, who's she? She's not my, what? No, she's not. I'm his partner, Maya Fey. I'm, the little sister. Sister? Wow, Nick, that must be tough. Working 9 to 5, having to take care of a little sister. No, I'm not Nick's sister. I'm my older sister's little sister. Huh, sounds great. Don't worry, Maya, he's not listening. Hey, Larry, there was a murder here last night, and since you work here, have you heard anything? Nick, you're wasting your time. Last night was Christmas Eve. He was with Kianse, obviously. He wouldn't have been standing in the cold. Ugh. I think what you just said caught him off guard, Maya. No, it's just Kianse's not in town right now. She's in Hawaii on a photo shoot. A model. I knew it. Well, anyway, there was a murder here on the lake. The trial's tomorrow. Huh, neat. The defendant is Edgeworth, Miles Edgeworth. Nick, why would Larry know Edgeworth? Whoa, Nick. You don't mean that Miles Edgeworth. Old Edgy? Yeah, he's a murder suspect. Whoa, murder? Huh? You know Mr. Edgeworth, Larry? Yeah, of course. Edgy was in the same class as us in grade school. What? Tell me about the dogs. Huh? Oh, you mean the samurai dogs? Yeah, why are they samurai dogs? I mean, they're kind of look gourd-shaped. Oh, well, they were originally called gourd dogs, you know, like guard dogs. Ouch. The samurai thing was Kianse's idea. Oh, she's my woman, you know. She was all, change the name and you go, girlfriend. She made me that banner. I mean, man, the kids can't get enough of these samurai dogs. Something about that just seems wrong. Oh, and guess what? We're getting a ton of customers here at the lake, what with the big news. The big news? Yeah, Gordy. Gordy? So, Mr. Edgeworth was your classmate, Larry? Yeah, Nick, him and I used to hang out all the time. Wow, I never knew. Don't get me wrong, he's always been kind of a stick in the mud, studying all the time, trying to be like father. Like his father?
Yeah, Edgy's pop was a famous defense lawyer back in the day. Wow, wait, you said defense lawyer? Yeah. Wait a second, but Mr. Edgeworth is a prosecuting attorney. What? Edgy's got a proboscis on his knee? No, he's a prosecuting attorney. That's like the total opposite of a defense lawyer. Huh. Go figure. He always used to talk about defending the weak who are unable to defend themselves. Man, he used to go on and on about a man's duty to society and all that. What a bore. I wonder if that changed his... I wonder what changed his mind, though. Do you know, Nick? Nick? What's Gordy? Huh. You mean you don't know? It's here in this very lake. A giant, mysterious monster. Gordy. Monster? Yeah. Check it out. This is an article from yesterday's newspaper. There's a photo. Wow, it's really real. Nick, a monster. A real monster. Yeah, it's probably just a log or something, right? Hey, there's a quote here from the person who took the photo. What's this? I set the camera to automatic, and when we got into the frame, I heard a loud bang, like an explosion, followed by the sound of something slipping into the water. I wish I could have seen it. Why would there be a sound like an explosion? Larry, can I borrow this article from you? Sure, no problem. That'll be $1 million. 1 million? Grow up, Larry. Alright, well, we'll see you later. And then we go... Okay, he's still not here. When is he just going to accept it? Not a gumshoe in sight. If you're looking for Detective Gumshoe, he's in the questioning room. Apparently an important witness turned up. He'll be in there a while. A lot of heart. It has to be. Uh-oh. Alright, back home? What is it? Oh, nothing. Just something's been bothering me. Could you show me that autopsy report once more? Hey! I remember now! That guy! He's a lawyer that was at that office Mia worked at. I met him once when I was there to hang out with Sis. That office? Wait, you mean Grossberg's office? Right, that guy! That was the last name I expected to come up. Maybe I should go talk to him, for old time's sake. Ahem. Ah, that old familiar clearing of the throat. Aha, you're Mia's, something, are you not? I was her understudy, yes, Phoenix, right. And you're Mia's something too, are you not? Her little sister, yes. You've grown. You've gotten quite to look a lot like your sister, you know. It takes me back. The days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Mr. Grossberg, sir. Ah, yes, I beg your pardon. Of course you came here to discuss something. What is it then? Something the matter? Strange. I feel as if I've seen this man somewhere before. Ah! Do you remember? He was a lawyer, here, in my office. That's Hammond. Robert Hammond. Mr. Hammond. And you say this is the man Miles Edgeworth shot? There was a murder last night. A murder? You haven't heard? I just got up, you see. Well, Miles Edgeworth shot someone with a pistol. Edgeworth? What? Who did he shoot? Well, the identity of the victim is still unknown. This is terrible news indeed. I guess he hadn't heard anything. Mr. Grossberg, whatever happened to that painting? Oh, yes. I do not think it shall be ever coming back to this office. I can't exactly claim it as stolen. I suppose it's just my desserts. Old bitter desserts. Who was this Hammond guy, anyway? Mr. Hammond. He was the defense attorney in that case. That case? Yes, the DL6 incident. DL6. Why does that sound so familiar? Perhaps you remember? I'm sure someone mentioned it during the trial for Mia's murder. That was the incident where the police were so at a loss that they used a spirit medium. Wait, you don't mean... Was that medium my mother? Yes, my dear. The spirit medium Misty Fey, your mother, contacted the spirit of the medium, but the case was a loss. No conviction was made. The DL6 incident, yes. Happened 15 years ago. A very strange case indeed. They never caught the criminal, right? Correct. Misty Fey used her powers to talk to the spirit of the lake victim. Her testimony led to charges being laid against one man. But Mr. Hammond won the case and the suspect was declared innocent. And the police blamed my mother, calling her a fraud. You were the one who helped her out then, right, Mr. Grossberg? Yes, quite. Thank you. No, please, don't mention it. DL6. Never thought I'd hear that name again. But wait, what does that case have anything to do with Mr. Edgeworth? It has everything to do with Mr. Edgeworth, my dear. The victim in the DL6 incident was none other than his father, Gregory Edgeworth. What? His father? If you want to know more, you should ask him yourself. Show him this. I'm sure he'll talk to you. Wait, this is a photograph of my mother. Oh, I guess that's what Misty Fey looked like. All right. What's this? I was hoping you'd forgotten my message the first time. Edgeworth, what about your defense? It's no concern of yours. Guess he hasn't found anyone yet. Edgeworth? It's only been a matter of hours since you last visited, yet you've made incredible progress in your investigation. I'll admit it, I'm impressed, right? You were always single-minded in your work, though. Once you start on something, you always see it through, don't you? About the DL6 incident. Right, DL6. I didn't want you to find out about it. That is why I refused your offer to defend me. I'm sorry if it sounded like I thought you weren't up to the job. I just wanted to keep you away from DL6. So, do you still think it would have been better for me to stay away? I don't know. But, I see no point in hiding anything from you now. Very well. Ask whatever you'd like, and I'll answer to the best of my abilities. The DL6 incident was when my father died. Right before my eyes. He was shot and killed, and I saw it all. My memories from that time are foggy. I suppose it's a self-defense mechanism. In any case, a suspect was arrested. A man. It's pretty clear he was the only one who could have killed my father. The spirits medium they used to talk to me, my late father said the same thing. It was an attorney by the name of Robert Hammond that cleared the suspect's name, and Hammond is the victim of the Gourd Lake murder? Correct. That spirit medium, that was my mom. What? You mean you're... It's strange. I thought the terrible incident was about to end, and now this. About to end? The DL6 incident happened 15 years ago. 15 years ago on December 28th. December 28th? The statute of limitations on cases runs out in 3 days. What? Nick, what does that mean? When a case's statute of limitations runs out legally, the case never happened. 3 days from now, DL6 will be closed. Forever. What happened to the suspect? The one who got off innocent? I don't know. He disappeared from public view. Nobody knows where to. If he's still alive, he'd be out 50 years old now. I guess I can understand why he'd go into hiding. It'd be hard to live a normal life after being a murder suspect in such a big case. So, was your father a lawyer? He was. Gregory Edgeworth. He was quite famous at the time, apparently. So, you were sort of trying to follow in his footsteps? I'd rather not talk about it.
What's going on here?
Ugh. What's wrong, detective?
This wild lady just came in here a while ago, said she came to talk to you all about hearing what Mr. Rat had to say. What was all this about, pal?
Lot of heart.
Why are you going around finding more witnesses? You want to give Mr. Edgeworth the death sentence, pal?
No, not at all. Just, I mean, she did see something. There's nothing I can do about that. I can't go around covering up evidence.
You trying to say something about the way I do my job?
No, sir. So, what did Miss Hart say?
She said she saw Mr. Edgeworth fire the pistol.
What? She even had a photograph to prove it. Right, I saw it too, but you really can't tell from the photo who is shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said, it'll drop the quality a mite, but it should let us see who is who. She can do that? Okay, so there's going to be an enlarged photograph that shows Edgeworth in the act. Great, just great.
In any case, she's trying to be the one testifying tomorrow.
Huh? What happened to the other witness?
Well, apparently there was a cancellation.
A cancellation? I'm afraid tomorrow's gonna be the life or death for poor Mr. Edgeworth. We got a witness who says she saw the very moment of the murder, and we got a photo taken when the shot rang out. I'd say that sounds like a pretty unwinnable case. But wait, what did Mia used to say? If she's innocent, there's gotta be something that I've overlooked. It sounds like Mr. Edgeworth is gonna ask the state to assign a public defender. I was just asked to file the paperwork. But you still got time, pal. Go talk to him again, for me, please. You have to convince him. You have to make him let you defend him, please. I know you're the only one who can do it, pal. You're the only one who can save Mr. Edgeworth. Who would have thought there'd be a photo? Edgeworth, did you shoot him? What do you think, right? I don't think you're the kind to point a gun at anyone, no. So you didn't shoot him? No, I didn't. It wasn't me. Right? It pains me to ask you this now. I know, you want us to defend you. Yes. Will you? Ah, who could have guessed this day would come? Not me. This is my chance to finally pay you back. Pay him back? Pay me back? For what? I don't remember doing anything for you. Never mind. I guess you don't really need to know. Huh. My letter of request. Please give it to Detective Gumshoe. Well, I guess we should. What's that? Earthquake? It's a big one! It's calming down. Whew. That was scary. Huh? Where's Edgeworth? There. He's on the floor in a ball, shivering. I guess he doesn't do so well with earthquakes. I've heard of running, but curling up into a ball... Well, I guess we're done. Mr. Edgeworth doesn't seem like he's gonna stand up anytime soon. Let's go, Nick. Right. We have to give Edgeworth a little request to Detective Gumshoe. Look what I got. Hey, you did it, pal. Glad I waited till the last minute to file those papers. I'll rip them up and start new ones for you. Thanks, Detective. Well, see you in court tomorrow, then. Good luck, pal. Hey, you guys feel that earthquake a little while back? I was worried. Worried? We're fine. I've lived out here my whole life. I'm pretty used to them by now. Oh, I wasn't worried about you two. I was worried about Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, right. He did seem to overreact a little now that you mention it. Yeah, well, I'm not surprised. It was a pretty big quake. I'm gonna go check on him. You two go eat and get your rest for tomorrow's trial. Later. I wonder what it is with Mr. Edgeworth and earthquakes. I wonder. He was never that scared of them when he was in school. Then again, I only got to know him in 4th grade. He transferred to another school after that. I wonder what happened to Edgeworth. Alright, hey, we ended perfectly. Yes, I will save my progress. And we'll go to trial tomorrow. Oh my goodness. So, I hope you guys are enjoying this saga. Because I know I am. I'm having a lot of fun with this. Tomorrow, we go to trial to defend our greatest frenemy, Miles Edgeworth. But if you guys liked what you saw, and you enjoyed everything, be sure to join the Discord and all that good stuff. And before I send off officially, we of course have that artwork I need to share. Another piece of fan art done by our lovely fan, Tack. So let me just head on back over and... Whoop, it should be here somewhere. There it is. Take a look at that. It's me! Although I don't really have my hair. Nor my goggles. But I can tell it looks like me. It's got those little indents in my eyes. The definitive ones that really tell people who I am. So, be sure to follow Tack the Cat, the Tack the Artist Cat on Twitter. Tack the Cat Artist. That's what it is. Tack the Cat Artist. So they on Instagram can't really. There it is. So, we will be back tomorrow with some more Ace Attorney. I hope you guys liked all that you saw today. I'll be seeing you guys later. Have yourselves a very good night.